Okay, perhaps we're live now. Are we live? I don't know. I think we are. Okay, yeah, we are
You're
live.
live?
You're screeching on my channel. There's nobody here at the moment. Hopefully people will show up in a bit.
Wait. I need to open the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
We're live on the YouTubes now. Oh, nice.
So yeah, for anyone who is watching, listening, we're kind of trying to figure out what the fuck's up here because shit aren't working. Oh, Sardoc, you fucking legend. Hey, mate. All right. Do you want to get in? I'll send you his link. But we're basically trying to work out.
I'm sorry,
Look,
I was making the karaoke. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I love you to pieces, but shut up. um, hiding in plain sight. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a good start,
I mean,
wasn't it?
this is not like a private stream or anything. We're literally trying to work out how to use the fucking software. So we're using StreamYard, which I aren't used before. Like, but most of the shows that I go and use it. So we're trying to work out how to use that.
Well,
Uh,
you figured it out. Here we are. You did well. It only took like 6 minutes.
yeah. We're
It wasn't
live.
too
We're
long.
live. We're talking to Sardoc.
Of course, of course.
I haven't
Hi,
worked out
Shadow.
how to make the intro
There
movie
will be
play yet.
spam fish used. Fish, still fish, frog, shark, orca, fucking whale, shark, sand fish. I'm sorry. I'm
Hmm.
kind of shit fish.
It's all good. We're only doing what we're doing. I'm just gonna fuck me. There we go.
Maybe we need
I'm
to
just
stop
gonna fuck
talk
me. Yeah,
about.
man.
That would be maybe. I mean, it's Halloween. Oh, let's go on to horror movies. Rhoda, what's are your? Are you even a horror movie fan? And if so, what are your favorites?
American Werewolf in London.
Oh, that's a very good one. We talked about this on another stream.
Yeah,
And I will agree.
yeah. Well, my opinion hasn't changed since. It's only
Yeah,
been a
of
few
course,
hours.
but we were cut off because I said horror movies, not one. I didn't say favorite, but horror movies in general, like a list, like your favorite text or something like that.
Mhm.
Just talking about horror movies in general, and
Oh,
I
have I
understand.
frozen?
Hmm?
Okay. Oh no, I've unfrozen. That's cool.
What you're drinking?
What am I drinking? Cabernet Sauvignon,
Oh,
same as
nice.
usual.
Yeah, well, not really. I'm drinking the cheap McIntyre. Scottish.
McIntyre,
Scottish.
nice, nice.
Yeah, it is the cheapest one in the store. I have fund issues, so yeah. My favorite actually is the Deacon. You ever heard about the Deacon? Oh, it's
Deacons,
very
yeah, yeah.
smoky. It's very smoky. It's very nice, and it has the pest doctor in front of the bottle, and the bottle itself it's bronze and etched with like kind of ornaments. The bottle is really nice, and it's like $50 or something. It's not too expensive, but I can afford that for daily consumption. So I'm going for the McIntyre, of course.
So Sadok, I've sent you the link. If you can drop in, like, I
Yeah,
mean,
come on, Sardar.
not even for this. I mean, this isn't even really a show. This is like trying to work out how to use shit.
Let's just
It would be
fucking
really
hang out.
helpful if you would drop in and actually like be a guest on the show. And also, obviously, we want you here, but it would be like logistically helpful. Are you vaping or you're trying to growl again?
Yeah, I have music running and I'm drunk enough that
Am I
I
listening to your growler?
yeah, there's a reason why my voice is so fucked. It's not only that I was born with a deep voice and smoked since I was 8. No, no, no. Learning singing black metal, which I failed at, was the final nail in the coffin. And here we are. It's so funny. I
Hmm.
love it. I love this. I'm so fucking shit faced. Let's fucking go. But I will go back. What's your fucking favorite horror movies? I mean, you claimed one really good one. We make it. Um,
I
we
told
make
you
it.
my favorite horror
Let
movie.
let's
It's
make it
American
bouncy.
Werewolf in
You
London.
said American. No, no, no. Favorite horror movies, plural. But you said you first. American Werewolf in London. I agree. That's a really good one. I will counter
Hmm.
it with John Carpenter's The Thing. I really like that one. And
Hmm.
there are more to come. It's just,
I
it's
mean,
Halloween.
I like
Why
the
not talk
original
about horror
Psycho.
movies?
I like the original Psycho, not the remake.
Oh, yeah, that
And
was a really good one.
obviously, from my Halloween costumes on the last couple of streams, clearly I'm a fan of Ring, but the original Japanese version of Ring, I don't
You
like
mean you
the
on?
Ring. I don't like the Ring.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
American
The
remake.
Japanese
It's
ones are
just.
actually a bit better.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to shit about all over the American version because it was decent, but the Japanese version is way more scary. But do you
Mm.
want to know a very funny fact? The most scary thing you can do
No,
is
I don't.
watch the horror movie,
No, go on.
watch The Grudge, watch You On with my mom because she will fucking start to shout. There will be a jump scare and it will scare you, and then suddenly she shouts and you get almost a heart attack. I mean, she is the real scary one here. She almost killed me.
Mm.
That is so
Do you
epic.
know? I'm going to send the link out to a couple more people. If you want to keep folks entertained for a sec.
No, I can do that. I think it is fucking Halloween. I think we should make talk about horror movies, and I would assume that most people saw many horror movies, and it's very interesting to see the different tastes that people have in horror movies. Um, there will be some classics that are undeniable, really good, that everyone should acknowledge as masterworks like for example Halloween, the first one, or Hellraiser, the first one, even Alien, the first one. Um, Furthermore, Evil Dead really stuck with me. Um, let's go a bit back. When I was a kid, I really liked Gremlins and Critters, but that's more like it's more funny than scary. But as a kid, it kind of counts as a horror movie, I guess.
Mhm.
But nowadays, I think of Gremlins one like it's my Christmas movie. Funny enough, which is funny. But here it is. I like Cronenberg stuff very much. I love body horror, so of course, The Fly needs to be on the list. And as I mentioned before, The Thing by John Carpenter, the remake from the original.
I
Damn, this
don't
is
like
bomb.
body horror. Like I mean, I think it normalizes really violent behavior. I don't think that should be normalized in people's brains to be able to see that. Like, if you see that, you should be just like absolutely terrified and think the person who did that should just have the thing they just did done to them.
Interesting point of view. We are very much in disagreement because I really like body horror, and my drawings are very much centered around this. I mean, mostly they're just centered around violence in general, battles mostly. I like to draw battlefields, warriors killing each other, shield maidens, Vikings, um, fantasy knights against orcs, all that kind of stuff that is really really nice. But body horror has a certain place in my heart, as do the Cenobites from Hellraiser, as do does the Demon Lore. Since I don't believe it, for me it's an art form. It expresses the darkness in the human soul very very well, and body horror has no limits. There is something interesting there. It is gross, of course, and most people can stand to see it, but I see art there. I see invention and creativity where others just see disgusting things. How else can I describe this? That's why, for example, I like most of the Cronenberg movies, um, and let's go a step back when we talk about demonic shit. We need to involve and mention, of course, The Exorcist. That is a movie that is fucking legendary. It was made in the 70s. Okay, um, I think it was in the 70s. It was definitely before I was even born. Um, I don't know the year. I'm not good with numbers, but this movie was getting the theme of demonic possession to a point that it is so real that it is actually frightening, even to people that none believe. And here's the thing that I find actually very interesting is that since then there were like, I would claim, 40 to 48 exorcism movies, and none of them ever were able to overplay and outshine the OG fucking exorcism movie. That is kind of fucking impressive, in my mind at least. From many points: story, dialogue, acting, fucking effects, all of it. It was legend fucking, wait for it, dairy. Seriously, I'm not kidding you here. That shit was awesome. Seriously, The Exorcist, damn. For the only possession movie that kind of gets to the level of it was Hereditary. That was a surprise to me. I really liked that one too. That one also stirred my soul. There was something happening. There's the thing with horror movies. I don't know why I like them so much, but if it's really good, there's something happening in my soul that resonates, and that's something I really enjoy and like. I think that's the main reason why I'm so focused on this genre. It is my favorite genre of movies.
Okay. I mean that's fair enough. Like I don't like seeing things, particularly people or animals, cut up. So you know
No,
that
no,
that
animals. I'm also not a fan of. I hate violence against animals. I'm in agreement with you on that one.
all right, all right. But yeah, I just but there's so much more to be done. Like say if we talk about Will and he can't stand the first zombie shot on the original Resident Evil, and I completely get that. But that's because it's fucking creepy. You know, so
Well, The zombie movies, they are a different kind of story altogether, to me at least. I can admit that I didn't play Resident Evil first. I played Resident Evil 2 first,
Mm.
and it
Well, that's
scared
the
the
best
shit
one.
out of me. It scared the shit out of me.
Out of the
It did.
entire franchise, Resident Evil
I
2 is
was
the
playing
best.
it as a fucking kid.
Hmm.
So yeah, this game actually worked very well. It induced fear into me. When we go to the zombie movies, it is a very nice genre, but here's the thing, in my mind at least, that there are like 15% of the zombie movies are good and the rest is trash.
Hmm.
That's very sad to see because it's a good concept, but most fail to make you feel. So I would claim that the original Dawn of the Dead has a place in it because it was the OG, even if it doesn't really bother me that much. The remake, because the zombies were moving faster, was kind of scary. Um, 20 days later, um, was going for the fast zombies as a consequence, which was okay, I guess. Um, but which zombie movie? My favorite one is Day of the Dead. That one really got to me. That's a very underrated one. Um, that I hope that people will watch at their leisure. That was really it's kind of B movie style, but oh, the gore is real. And funny enough, even having actors with no names, they acted kind of well, and the tension
Hmm.
builds. It was a very nice balance. It was a really good movie in my mind.
I think I've worked out how to do something. I think we may be able to get the crashing on.
What do you say? What?
She moves like static on a Sunday screen, with lips like splinters in a morphine dream. Her heels click echoes down the council halls, where beauty's drowning in the shopping malls. She said, love is just a faded Polaroid, torn at the edges, tactically destroyed. We kiss beneath the railway's iron side, a couple of ghosts too proud to die. Oh, velvet on the pavement, bleeding rain and wine. The city wears her makeup, but the cracks still shine. And we were young, yeah, we were wide and wild. Two crash scene kids, the gutter's favorite child. She danced where the tower blocks scraped the sky, wore last night's bruises like alibis, with perfume stolen from department floors, and dreams like needles through revolving doors. We burned through the twilight, red and raw, the stars just holes in a dirty floor. She whispered, this town kills what it can't seduce, then laughed like a siren, all shattered truths. Oh, velvet on the pavement, bleeding rain and wine. The city wears her makeup, but the cracks still shine. And we were young, yeah, we were wide and wild. Two crash scene kids, the gutter's favorite child. Velvet on the pavement, hearts in disrepair. We found our heaven in electric glare. Yo, spilled ink ink on the page like blood on the sheets. Every verse a bruise where the fantasy meets reality's kiss with a blade in her glove. She said this isn't heartbreak, it's the absence of love. I danced with a shadow in sodium light, biting her smile like a parasite. She vanished in verses I never could rhyme, left me stuck in a pocket, a dead end time. I lit my regrets like a cigarette's end, blew smoke through the holes I mistook for friends. No fairy tale, no crown, no queen, just a voice in the static somewhere in between. And in the silence after last night's scream, I saw her vanish like a silver dream. The trains kept howling through the station air, but all I found was lipstick on the stair. The city wears her makeup, but the cracks still shine. We were young, yeah, we were wild and wild. Two crashing kids, the gutter's favorite child. Velvet on the pavement, love in disrepair. A ghost still lingers in the midnight air.
Well, I think I did a fucking good job with that, don't you?
Yeah, I love this song. It's very good. It's very well done. I really do. I like this one. Hmm.
I'm not quite sure what more we can do to test out shit here. Like, I'm literally just trying to learn how to use the software, and you've been amazing, like coming to hang out and just see what works and what doesn't work with me. That's awesome. I don't need a hat tonight. It's Halloween.
I think you look better without the hat. You have nice hairs. Hmm.
Yeah, but you know, if I did it proper, like if I combed it out and all that and like made it look all nice, I'd just look like noise, wouldn't I? I need to be me.
No, there's a difference. Noise has the straight hairs. You have some waves in it. There is a difference. But you both have the long hairs and you both have the beard. You both remind me of warriors, as it should be.
Oh,
That's
we
how
are
it
this.
should look. And in my opinion, at least, men should have beards and long hairs.
Hmm.
That's just how I like them. But what can I do?
Man should admit that he has testosterone.
Of course they do.
Hmm.
I mean, when I meet a man where I'm stronger than them, even if I'm the small little shit, there's something wrong here. Seriously, that's unacceptable.
I think I would put you on my shoulder and forget you were there.
Yeah, that's how small and light I am. I mean, I told you I weigh like not always, but my mm, average is like 49 kilograms. Okay, and you know my height, which is only 1.5 meters or 150 centimeters or 4.9 feet as you.
So
Yeah,
you're ickle.
I'm fun sized. I'm fun sized.
Aw.
I cannot help it. I have a hormone deficiency that is kind of weird. I have a normal body from the looks, but I'm really small. What can I say? It is like,
So you're like normal, just from very far away.
yeah, kind of that deal. Yes,
Have
I like that.
have you watched Father Ted? Small, far away.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, but yeah.
Oh.
Um, what can I do? I mean, seriously,
I mean,
I stopped
what should you
growing
do?
when I was 16. I didn't grow anymore.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong. It's fine, you know. I mean, you're a bit different to most people.
A
So
bit.
are most people. You know what I mean?
I have some prominent features, but I don't think I'm special at all. I never was, never will be. And people who think they are special are actually most of the time the issue, because people needs to understand that we are all just fucking talking meats end of the day. We're just human, and humans
Mhm.
are worth a fucking fuck most of the time. You need to do something to stand out that is for real. And
I mean, you're worth it for me, and I hope I'm worth it as well. Like I think that I'm pretty good at some things that bring many people happy times. So you know, whether it's doing YouTube or like going out and playing gigs and shit, um, you know, guitars or basses or fucking singing vocals, whatever. I think I have value, and I think you do as well. Like I mean, I I I I don't want to sound like a fucking but when I saw that you come back, well, after you've been away for a bit, I was so pleased to see you. So you do add value.
here's the thing about value. It's not who you are and what you do and what other people choose to see you at. It's not your choice at all. You can be the biggest cunt on the planet,
Oh,
and
Will's
still
here.
people
Hello.
would value you. You could be a saint, and
Hello.
people, oh my god, hi Will.
Hey, dude.
What's up, bros?
Yeah,
We're
we're
trying to
just
learn how
making
to
a
use
drunk
the
stream.
software.
Are we live or is this a private thing?
No,
We're
we
live.
are live.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're live on my channel, and we're trying to work out
Well, I was hoping you were
how
playing
to use
Tomb
the shit.
Raider or something.
Huh? Yeah,
It's
I really wanted to, but
it's all good.
I got a call from work, so I've got to go in an hour already tomorrow morning.
No, that's bollocks.
And
Yeah.
also, like Lilith has been away for a
Ooh,
few
there
days, so I
will be
wanted to hang
bollocks.
with her for a bit as well. And
What are we talking
the
about?
Tomb Raider stuff is like me and Sardock.
I haven't got
Uh,
very long. I've got about 10 minutes. So what are we talking about?
yeah, we're talking about random shit. I was
Yeah,
trying to talk about horror movies, but then it moved to other things. And
I'm not really into horror movies, if I was honest. I really hate horror as a genre. It fucks me up. It really affects me. I'm free to admit that I'm a goddamn pussy when it comes to horror.
yeah. Well,
Fuck.
this is the thing. Well, like not my like most recent ex, but my ex when I was younger. She was really into like B movies, which were all like body horror,
Right, right.
and that made me feel like physically sick. I hated watching those. Like,
I don't like body horror at all.
yeah, like
I
Even
I
love
was
it.
like
literally like she would be sat there watching it, drinking my fucking whiskey, and I would be in the kitchen. I would be in the kitchen with her cat. Like saying, you don't want to look at
outrageous. How dare you, bitch?
that.
I mean, come
I mean, let
on.
me put it this way, right? My parents brought me up to be extremely kid-like, right? My dad
Mhm.
was a jazz guitarist. I went and I saw all the most amazing fucking music you could, better than anything anyone else had seen for years, decades even, and I was brought up on it. It's the reason I burst into tears when my kid started tapping her foot to it last night, you know,
I
because
understand.
it hits you, you know. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, I
It hits
understand.
you in the fucking face, like that kind of stuff. But one thing my mom and dad, they didn't ban me from horror movies. They just adhered to the age ratings on movies. So I didn't see anything remotely horror until the day I borrowed Resident Evil 1 and walked through the
Oh,
dining
that's
room.
why you okay.
Yeah.
That's why Itchy
What?
Tasty really fucked you up.
Yeah, that's why that little bastard goes,
I
like
need
that.
I need to admit something
I
here.
can't.
I
Well,
told
fucking
it.
put it on, and watch me freak out. I dare you. I won't do it on my own stream. Find the first zombie from Resident Evil, test out StreamYards, share it on screen, and watch me have a fucking pony. Because I will lose my mind.
Having a pony.
I'm giving you
Oh,
free
yeah.
license right now to scare the shit out of me. No matter what.
I completely get that. Like I've said a
Fucking, I'll
couple of
do it.
times that
I'll do it.
the singer that I used to play for had like proper arachnophobia.
Yeah.
Oh, having phobia
that
is really
13th
bad.
Doctor episode of Doctor Who, he literally couldn't watch it. Like we were still talking about Doctor Who in those days, and he literally couldn't watch it because it had a giant spider in it.
Oh yeah,
He
no,
literally couldn't.
giant spiders
So
bother me, but nowhere near
I
as
get
much.
phobias, you know, I understand.
I
You're gonna
don't understand.
new
The
browser.
only
'cause
phobia I have is I fear other human beings. That's the only thing I fear on this planet. I mean, of course, I will get scared if there would be a bear or a dog, or a wolf, or some animal actually threatening me.
Well,
But I don't have a phobia. It is a direct
you're
aggression at
missing the
my.
word.
private chat. I've linked you a thing. Put it on the screen.
Okay,
Let's watch it.
I don't know how to find the private chat. Where is that?
It's down the right.
It is on StreamYard on the right side.
You're on StreamYard, right? So it's down the right. You've got
I've got
media.
comments. I've got
Yeah,
it's right down the
It's
bottom.
what?
Okay.
yeah,
It might
private
be
chat.
studio chat. I don't know. They keep fucking with it
No,
and change.
I found it.
Okay, click it, and then when you've got it open, go to the bottom and hit the monitor with the plus symbol in it. And then choose the tab that has it open. If you can do it in a Chrome tab is best because it automatically shares audio.
Well, I always use Chrome anyway because it's the only one that I can.
Yeah, I usually use
Yeah,
Brave.
I'm a Chrome bitch too. I use Chrome too.
Right, so
Chrome
clicking
bitch.
on it.
Yeah, well, I'm just
now I'm
lazy.
seeing it.
I used it for decades.
Okay, now you got to hit the just pause it, right?
And
then put it back to the start, and then go back into StreamYard, and near the bottom, 2 away from the exit button, the one that you use to leave the studio, you should see a monitor with a plus in the frame. Hit it, choose the tab, match the name, and hit OK.
Is it share screen?
Yes.
Cool.
And watch me have a fucking panic attack. I wish I was kidding. You're about to see Will of the fans go fucking spastic with how easy it is to felt me with this video. And I'm only giving it to you because I trust you that you won't surprise me with it some other time. Because it fucks me up. I was 11 years old. I'd never seen a horror movie in my life. And I was fucked when I saw this. I was staggered. Like,
it would probably help if I put it on the screen, wouldn't it?
that's what I'm trying to get you to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the first horror movie I saw? I was
Go on.
like not even 6 years old, and at the time I was the only child, and my parents had an apartment that when I was in my room sleeping and the door is open, I could watch at the TV. And they were watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had nightmares. I was
when-
scared to go asleep
I
for
used
2 weeks.
thing where I was aware that there was stuff out there that I wasn't ready for, you know, and then you used to get that disclaimer at the beginning of a show on the BBC. It would be like, the following program contains scenes of violence and gore that are not safe for children. Viewer discretion is advised. And and I could be upstairs, like in my bedroom, and I would hear that. Everything else my mum was watching on TV was like white noise, and then the following program is unsafe. And that was it. I'm up all night, bitch. I'm up all night. My mom would have to come up, and I had this deal with my. I was such a little bitch, man.
Oh,
I
dear.
No,
used
I watched
I
the
used to say,
fucking whole movie,
stuff forward,
and
right?
then I got
I used to
scared.
make a little ring around myself inside the sheets, like my height and around me, of my stuffed toys, and then pull the bed sheets over me, and then I'd say, "Mum, please come up every 15 minutes and check on me, okay, in case I'm dead."
Oh, that's so cute.
Right,
I love this.
I've
Because
got a
she
thing
would
here.
do it too.
Um,
And when she came up the last time, every night I was asleep, and she would do it. Bless her.
You had a good mom,
So
but
she
moms
would
are
come up the
most of the
stairs.
times
She
good.
would watch the clock, and she would come up every 12 to 18 minutes and
right,
go,
I
"You
think
okay
if I
there?" And
take
I'd
this
say,
on, it's going to
"Yes."
meet
That's
everyone.
how parents should be. My
All right.
mother found out that I watched the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street because I couldn't sleep, and she also tried to calm me down. Um,
Right.
that's how mothers are. She read me bedtime stories and tucked me in and told me that Freddy will not get me. It was very wholesome. I remember this very well. Aunt Mother's great.
Right,
Let's see.
I have to
I have
remove
the
everybody from
entire
the stage in order to put this on.
All right, Rhoda, can you see down where my face is beneath the frame where you
Yeah.
let people in? You should
Hmm.
see another Will of the Fans with like a grey screen. Click on that
Wait, what?
and,
No.
and add to the frame.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sharing my screen now because apparently it's not working any other way. Oh, God.
It's saying that I need to take everybody off
What?
to. It,
That's bullshit. Just click the thing.
I've clicked it. It says before presenting a stream, remove other media streams from the stage.
Okay, you have something else that you're already sharing. Like you're
Yeah,
already
me and
sharing
Lily and
somebody
you.
else's screen.
Maybe it was the song you played before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be crashing, won't it? Okay. There
Right.
we go.
Exactly.
There we go. Right, so what did Will
That's
send?
amateurs.
There we are.
All right, here we go. This scares the shit out of me.
You're not the only one, mate. Don't you worry about
Oh,
that.
this was. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nothing. Oh God, no, you son of a bitch! I hate you so much. Fuck off. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, it is a fuck.
oh, fuck! I hate that thing, man. I hate that thing. Jesus Christ, I hate that fucking thing so much. Let's watch it again. No, can't do it. Oh, I gotta look at that again. Oh shit! Fuck! No, that's it. I'm done. Ah, God, it's still on my screen. Go away. Right.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I
sorry. I'm not laughing at
Oh.
you. I just think it's very funny. It's
No,
just
no, no, it's
glorious.
fine. I understand. It's a total disability on my part. It's a childhood trauma.
I
I
can
only show
understand.
it to people I trust, and now I've just done it publicly, so I'm probably felted. But you know,
No, it is nice.
it
It is
really
nice to
bothers
be
me,
real
that
and share
fucking
things.
face. Rhoda, you remember when I drew it in
Mhm.
in the fucking game, the Jackbox game, the Champed Up, and I drew a
Mhm.
picture of it, and I was even then I was like, I don't like you. You know? It's like it turns me into a child too. Like the way I was talking just then, I was like, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you. It's like a child's way of saying no, you know, I don't like you, you know. It fucks me up, man. It fucks me up. That's my 1
Well,
weakness.
Here's the
well,
thing.
that's
I
good.
was
It
playing
means
Resident
you're a
Evil
real
2
fucking
for
person.
one.
Eh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Rhoda, go
No,
ahead,
no, please
please.
go.
No, Lils, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I was playing Resident Evil 2 before I played 1, and
See, I
2 is
never put
even
my hands on 2.
2
I
was
never put my hands on 2.
actually more scary at times.
I
I
bet.
there was a point which is really funny. Listen to this one. There is the part where you go to the library, and then the floor breaks with a loud sound, and you fall down. That one, for funny enough reasons, scared me the most. So much that I pulled the controller so hard that my PlayStation fall on the floor, and the game stopped. And I was
Uh,
lucky that the PlayStation survived. Funny enough, that was the hardest jump scare, was just falling through the floor, but I
right.
was scared all the time, like for real,
Yeah.
for real. I was tense.
I wouldn't touch
Every room I
Ori 1.
fucking entered, I was tense as fuck. There
Every time you
was,
see that door, the door goes like this.
Hmm.
yeah, they
And
made
it's
it
like,
really
oh,
good.
what's
The
next? What
sounds,
the
the
fuck is next?
sounds, the controls, like the way you move in those games,
Right.
which you had in
Shinji Mikami.
Onimusha 2, is a work of art, because it makes you really yeah, kind of janky. You
Shinji
need to learn
Mikami.
this,
Shinji
and
Mikami was the creator of the original Resident Evil. And
Mhm.
before he made Resident Evil, he worked for Disney.
yeah, yeah. Well, then again, Disney
So,
was
so he
sometimes
must have been
a
like,
Because the
bit.
thing is, like,
fuck this shit.
here's the interesting thing, right? Because I got a feeling, I got a theory. Fortunately, it'll be several years before I have to test it out. But I used to have this theory, and I had this ambition that one day I would play Resident Evil 1 with my dad sitting next to me, and we'd do it together, and that would dispel my fear. Now, unfortunately, my father died, but
I'm so sorry.
I haven't done that. So, what I have as a backup plan is maybe one day, maybe I would never force this on a human being in my life, but if one day one of my daughters was to take an interest and decide
Oh,
she,
they will enjoy it.
and especially given the way that people are raised in the Philippines, they watch horror movies as kids. They're raised in the mountains. They are scared of nothing, man.
Yeah.
Like, so, and that's not going to be the case for my daughters, but they'll be influenced by it for sure. So I'm like, okay, so if one day my daughter's like, I want to play a scary game, I'll be like, okay, here's a scary game. And then I'll sit down and she can play it. And I'll be like, don't worry, you can just go in the dining room and your friend will shoot it in the head. You know?
Uh,
And I think at that point maybe I'll be absolved of this terror.
Hmm.
Very interesting. But the
So
Philippines is a
it's
very, very interesting country to me, because they are the masters of the blades. Oh, they are really are. Damn. You don't know
Yeah,
this?
I mean, I think that um, Shinji Mikami, I don't know what he's done recently. The last thing I know about him is that like 10 years or 12 or 15 years ago, he was named one of the top 100 video game creators of all time.
Mhm.
Up there.
Well,
And
Yeah,
all I know about
deserve
him
it,
the
is
thing
that
that
deserve.
and
you're
the fact that he worked
saying,
for
the
Disney
thing that
before.
you're saying about your dad's not being with us anymore, and God bless his
I'm
soul.
still so
Um,
sorry.
but um, relating that
That's
to
rough.
Resident Evil, like I, I
Well, my
wa-
dad didn't give a fuck. He didn't
I
ever see the
watched
game.
Resident Evil. I didn't play it. I watched
Right.
my dad play it. I sat next to him on the couch,
Lucky bastard. See, I was
like
11 and I was in
reading
one
the manga.
chair, which I was sharing with another kid, skinny and as small as I was. Two of us about 11 years old. And I was playing, and then he was playing, and then I was playing, and we went into the dining room, and then we went through the dining room. And that was about the time I was like, there's something really off about this, you know? This doesn't feel like a Metroid game, you know? I was thinking, I was like, oh, so you're trapped in a house and you've got to shoot your way out. Okay, but you've got watch ammo. Okay, that sounds fine. And in my head, I was picturing like Metroid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh, you
I
poor
got
little
Resident
bastard.
Evil. And so after that moment, I never touched the fucking pad again. I borrowed it from someone, so all my friends were like, "You've got Resident Evil." I was like, "Yeah." Do you know about this game? They were like, "Yeah, can we come around your house?" So I suddenly had 6 kids around my house every afternoon on after school,
Oh,
taking
I remember those times.
to like learn the tank controls, and they're all dying and they didn't give a fuck. They're watching the cutscenes. They're like, "Why are you scared of this?" And I'm not scared of it. Would anyone like a glass of water so I have an excuse to go downstairs? You know, pow, out of there, man.
We've got
More like Will's
Greystone, we've
afraid of
got Skulldog, and we've got St. Hugo in chat. Awesome.
Hi, Hugh.
hello, St. Hugo. But yeah, it was true. Like I was that little bastard. You know, I was like, would anyone like a
Mhm.
glass of water as soon as they entered the dining room?
Well, here's the thing.
Or
I
got
was
near
I was forced to
near the
play
the
the
other
Resident Evil games, because my brother, my little brother, was not ready to play them at first, and he
Right.
watched me, and we both got freaked out. I need to admit, it was Resident Evil 3 where we both freaked out the fuck
Oh
out
yeah,
of
well that's
our
where you're being
panties
actively
because
hunted.
Nemesis coming and
Yeah.
fucking chasing me. We were so fucked. I mean, I was scared. He was scared. But I'm the big sister, so
But
I
you
need.
played the cartoon first, right?
Yeah, I played it, and he was beside me. We both shit
Me,
our pants.
I'd never seen a horror game as long as I lived. Never seen anything like it. My parents were very good parents. They made sure I never watched a movie that was age rated above my age or anything like that. So then when this golf
Hmm.
ball headed motherfucker turns around and looks me in the eye like I'm gonna fucking eat you, bitch. I'm like,
Stars.
hi,
Mm-hmm.
hi, hi, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
hi, Joe, hi, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And so
The
all I
first
remembered,
time, the
all I
first time
remembered
you
the next
hear
moment
it,
of the
the
game,
first time
all
he
I could
shows
remember
up.
was that the manual said use your knife when you can, conserve ammo. So I went into the menu. I'm like, well, I better not shoot him because there might be more like him. So I tried to
You,
slash
you
him.
really,
And I
you really
stood there
stepped
and
Nemesis.
slashed at the invincible fucking first zombie and slashed him in the neck until he killed me.
Mhm.
And that was it for me, buddy.
Been
I was
there,
playing
done that.
Resident Evil. The next time I played a Resident Evil game was when Resident Evil 5 came. And I at least had a tag partner with me, you know?
I'm sorry. I'm kind of shit
No,
faced.
it's fine. It's embarrassing. I know, but it's true.
No,
It's
no,
totally fucking
it's
true.
fine.
It
It's
is.
fine.
Mhm.
We all have our stories to tell.
Yeah, yeah. And
We're
it just
kind of
sucks because
lucky if we
I
can
know how
tell.
much people love this story, and I really enjoy like watching the cutscenes and reading stuff. But if I'm watching a
Yeah.
YouTube video and they suddenly use that footage of the zombie, you know, I'm done. I have to go to the next video. I'm like, I don't care what you
Mhm.
have to say anymore. I'm sure you had some good points, but fuck you. You put that footage in there, so kiss my ass. I'm out.
Wait, someone suggested today you not should shave your head, but your butt. And
Oh,
I was
I
like,
almost earlier on. I actually, when I was at the shop, I
you
was like,
shouldn't
if I
do that.
shaved my head and put some like shadow around my eyes, and I went as the first zombie. That would be like maybe my absolute absolution, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think
But
you
no,
should do that.
So
That's not worth it.
I can't find the photo, but I there's one time, and there are photos. I just haven't fucking managed to find them. But
so
I went to a Halloween do a spike, so I had the proper like platinum blonde dyed hair and the long leather coat.
Platinum, you mean the white one?
from Buffy.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
love Buffy. I grew
I
up
mean,
with
the dick who ended up playing Piccolo.
Wait, what?
Now I'm confused. Piccolo
You
is
know,
from
they
Dragon
played
Ball.
Piccolo in the Dragon Ball movie that was Dragon Ball Evolution, that goddamn garbage dumpster fire movie. He played Piccolo in it, and his career ended after that.
Oh, is
As
Yeah.
that where his career
everyone
ended?
else, by the way, everyone who was
The
involved
last
in that
thing
movie,
I remember
that
seeing
was the
him in his
career
torch
killer.
was
Like it even took down Chow Yun Fat. Like his career went nowhere after that movie. No one had a career after that movie. Justin Chatwin,
I never
Emmy
saw that
Rossum,
movie.
that Dick from Buffy, and Chow Yun Fat. They all
But
went down.
who from Buffy? Which one? Which one actor?
James Marsden,
Yeah,
Masters,
James
Oh,
Master.
James Masters, who plays Spike.
Masters.
Yeah,
Yeah, Wow.
that's what I said,
I
Lils.
liked him very much. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, his
I did
career
him
ended
for
after
Halloween
Dragon
month
Ball
one
Evolution.
time.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Don't sue me. I read all the manga of the OG Dragon Ball, and I watched some Dragon Ball Z anime, but I don't really like it too much. I don't like the drawing style, and I didn't like the anime
You are
because it
really
was so
in love
drawn
with
out.
everything.
I mean, there is one episode, and I
I'm
can
not
prove
judging
this.
you, but the rest of the
Um,
world is.
yeah, of course, it's just my opinion,
Probably
of
the
course.
most popular
But there
anime
was one episode that
existing.
actually covered 2 pages of the manga, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it's come a long way, fortunately.
Yeah,
Mm.
people really like it, and I understand it. I mean, people really like One Piece,
No,
so
I mean
do I.
it's like it's really gone a long way in terms of like because when Dragon Ball was made as a manga,
I
it
like
was
the games.
Akira Toriyama's art style, but when it came back, it was done really cheaply in the 20 teens, and
Mm,
everyone was fucking furious because it was so obviously computer colored. Everyone hated it. Like it looked nothing near as good as the original anime, and basically everyone was like livid, you know.
Hmm.
And then they did a remaster. I've shared my screen of the Broly fight
oh,
with a different
Broly.
Broly in a different universe with a different continuity, and you've just got to love the animation in this clip. Rhoda, I'm sharing my screen. Can you bring it up?
Yeah.
Right. So there's a real like this. Imagine your favorite show has come back after like 20 years since you
Okay.
saw it, which was 10 years after it ended. And they go, okay, we got new shit. And then they're basically drawing it like with still long held stills of the incidental frames of animation because they're so fucking lazy. So your face is no longer like this. It's like, oh, someone else is moving.
It's smooshed.
And people get fucking livid. So then they go, okay, all right, we're gonna make a movie. It's gonna be a character you already know, but this time the actual creator of the series is gonna take that character and make him actually canon. So it's a different version of the character, and they're gonna animate it by hand. And you just watch this shit, man. It's fucking glorious. This was this is fucking animation. A little computer behind it, but every time they get even close to the characters, it's fucking
Okay, the better place
You're
is
not
far
half bad.
smashed.
This might end up being a pretty good warm-up.
Oh no, it's not happening.
And this thing about Broly is he gets more powerful to match everyone he fights. So you're gonna watch Vegeta go from Vegeta basically playing in blue and get Broly match him every time.
He
He
must
got more
have
power.
studied how to use his power.
This is animated. This is what everyone's doing. Everyone. No matter whether it's this is
Okay, I need to say the battle flow is really nice.
look at this.
Don't let up, Broly.
Now the people's
It's getting annoying.
like he went I'm really
It's like, would you please stop gauntlessing my gauntlet? No, I won't. Okay, well, I'll fucking not. Okay, well, I'll stop gauntlesing your gauntlet.
I can't hear you guys. Sorry.
Yeah, the video is too loud. I
Just
didn't
being a
understand
rude, don't you
anything you
worry about
said. But what I was saying, the battle flow was actually good.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna get
The
better in a
battle
minute.
flow is very nice. I like I really like animes that have a good battle flow. Um, if you understand what I mean.
I just needed to see that. He was there for so long, like in that position. I was like, "Come on, him!" No one's doing this,
This is actually tits. This is
huh?
actually tits.
This
This
is
is a good
fucking
part.
amazing animation. No
Yeah.
one's doing it. No one's doing it. I don't know why. No one's very beautifully made. Many people who were doing it for videos YouTube, and they're not doing it anymore.
Where the hell did you come from?
And then he's gonna more powerful, and he's gonna get more powerful than
Damn it, he's learning as he fights!
The only thing I have to say here is, why the fuck are we
imagine being
listening to the
driven
dub?
through a mountain, you know?
Yeah, but why are we fucking doing the dub? Well, what's up with the dub? I always do the Japanese. It's so weird to me. But I'm a purist, I guess. Whatever. But I need to admit that battle flow was fucking ridiculously good.
Yeah, they're paying
That
attention
was
to
really good. It surprised me.
actually
That's not what I saw when I watched Dragon Ball C or Dragon Ball
no,
in
because that was
anime.
based on the manga, and the manga was you know
Yeah, I read
20
some
pages a week,
manga.
and then they would turn those 20 pages into 2 episodes of 20-minute television. So, whereas it takes you 6-7 minutes to read a chapter of
Mm-mm.
manga, you're expected to go through the same experience in 40 minutes on TV with ad breaks. So it's 60 minutes. And that's how most of us saw Dragon Ball. And then I bought all the manga and I'm like, whoa, this
Yeah,
is so much better.
yeah. I remember when I was a teenager, a rather young teenager, but not too old. Um, I was hanging out with my potheads, and we were chilling at my then that best friend, and he had the whole series of the OG Dragon Ball before it is Dragon Ball C. I read the mangas he had in like 1.5 days. I didn't do anything but smoke weed and fucking read the mangas, and I
Right,
was
right,
just
right,
I
right.
was just they were just glorious. They
Yeah,
were really good.
smoke weed when we were young.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Look,
what can I
close
say?
your eyes. Close your eyes. And then
No, I don't,
wait for it.
now everything is black.
Wait. Okay, look at that panel.
Bang.
You can see the movement, right?
Yes, yes, I know. I'm drawing myself. Yes,
Like
yes,
the lines are so precise,
yes, yes.
and
Manga
you
is very
hit,
precise.
but you can see him hitting him, even though he hasn't drawn it.
Of course you can. It
That's
is
that's
a capture of the perfect moment of
the
movement.
master, the absolute undisputed king of motion in a panel.
I'm not sure about that. I
Well,
read many
everybody
other
else
mangas.
has been inspired by him. So
Oh, okay, that one I would grant you. That one is kind of true. I think he was one of the first doing the movements right, capturing the moment of movement so that even if it's a still picture, still
Oh, we got all the
gives
J's.
you the sense of movement. You could be right on that one. I didn't research this who is the first one, but you could be right.
Akira Toriyama inspired One Piece, Bleach,
Yeah,
Naruto.
yeah. I
All
was
of them.
growing up with Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. I was. Here's the weird thing. I was watching more the shonen. My sister was watching this.
How old are you,
Yeah.
Willis?
Hmm?
How old are you?
Mhm.
I'm 41. I'm 1 year older than you.
Right. Okay. So not much older then.
No, we are the same age.
You're actually the youngest here, but it's only a matter of months.
It doesn't matter. We are the same age.
We're
Well,
all the 85
We
models.
we all grew up the
I'll
same way.
definitely take it. I'm not complaining. I'm happy to take that one. Youngest. Wow. That doesn't happen to me anymore very often. This
Yeah,
is why
tell me about it.
it affected
I
me
was
so
gonna
much
say,
last night when my little girl, who's 4 months old, and I was like tapping on her foot like this. You know, to the beat of my dad playing the guitar with a band, with a big band, well, a 9-piece jazz band playing After You've Gone, Dixieland style, and with Peanut Sacco. And the reason that it affected me so much is because as many people who are fans of my dad, and I know them, they message me constantly. Nobody else understood the vibe. Yeah,
I would claim that we can't hear you, Will.
what?
You are muted. You were
What?
muted. You need to repeat yourself. I
I
didn't
didn't mute
hear it.
me.
No.
I have
There
muted,
was
but
an issue. There was an issue. We didn't hear what you said. You need to repeat it. I'm sorry. At least
So I
I
was
didn't.
saying that basically that last night I did this guy and
It's happening again.
Yo, Soy, you should
Hi,
Hey,
slide me,
John.
just slide me over the corner. Boys, the
yeah, it's
fan
like a
are
different
back,
stream. It's like the
man.
same stream twice.
Yes,
So when
I
he
went
was
and I got my
crying
White
and
Russians. So,
Will was trying to say
I know you
something
saying
really
something
profound.
sentimental. I
I
know.
want
no,
to
it's all
yeah,
hear
good.
it.
shut
It's all
up,
good.
everybody. Let Will say what it was saying.
It's all
I
good,
really
man.
want
It's
to
all
hear
good.
what Will has
What
to
I'm saying
say.
is the point is
That if you
when
count as
my
everybody,
me
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go.
Yeah, you need
right
to say what
when
you're saying.
when she was crying and then After You've Gone came on, which is a old jazz standard, and it was played by the band that my dad was in, and it's fucking fast, man. It's like right, and I'm tapping my little girl's foot, and all I can think is my mom sitting behind me going on the foot, and me too. My knees going on the ground, you know, listening to this shit because it
How you
came to
have
me
it?
naturally. It came to me naturally, and
Mhm.
there's a part of me that I never knew would lament the loss of this. You know, I
Okay.
never knew that I would care. I cared, but it was always because of him. And then he died. Okay,
and then it
and
became about what he represented.
well, I mean, I
Well, I
always
mean,
knew that. I always knew that. I have his guitar. I have everything. Right, his guitar is worth like £10,000 or something, £20,000, and I'm like, okay, great.
You will
And then he
never
died.
sell it.
well, I mean, it's a pretty.
I would never sell that in my life. I would never
Yes,
sell. I'd sell it
I
in my
know it.
room.
That's why I
I would
said you would
never
never sell it.
guitar. Never,
Mhm.
ever, ever, everything I owned before that, right?
Mhm.
But
I
then
understand your
girl,
soul.
my little, sorry,
I said I understand your soul because I said you would never sell it.
not in a million years, buddy.
Mm.
Um, everything else I own, he owned and my mum owned is probably worth 10 times more than that anyway together. So or more. But I would never any of it if I could avoid it. But the point is, when the little kid was screaming, and this didn't happen with Princess One. She's wonderful. She's very physical. She's very climby, very active. I think like her mom.
Oh,
She loves running across the bed, Daddy, and you know, and then she just goes, plonk, This is and I'm like, oh. Sometimes, when I have to go away from the camera on our show from time to time,
Mhm.
I'll go in there and hello.
Oh, I'm so envious, and I'm so happy for you.
It's
Well, I
lovely.
mean,
It's wonderful. It's
it
all
had
I've
to-
ever wanted,
It's
and
the meaning
I've
of life.
busted my ass to get it. So I'm not gonna
Yeah. Well,
act
I mean,
like
it
I'm
had to be
lucky.
like
'Cause
a.
I tried to get this, and I succeeded. So
Yeah.
I
Well, I mean,
feel
it's
more
got
like
it's got to
Go
be
on.
a profoundly surreal kind of serendipitous moment too. The
well,
fact that
nothing like
you're,
last night, right?
yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying. Your
almost
dad.
this time last night,
Yeah. But I
my
mean,
little girl, the younger, will not sleep, and she looks like
your mic's
you've
starting
seen her.
to float out again. But
You've
yeah,
seen her, right?
yeah,
Lily,
yeah,
the little
yeah.
one. She
Yep.
looks like me. She's
Mm.
white like me as well, not a little bit brown like mummy.
But I mean, it's got
And so she's screaming. We never had this with the first one. The first one's chill. Second one is screaming her head off, and then
Like my
blam,
little
just
brother.
suddenly and then my dad comes in going jing jing ding 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 ding, and it's ridiculous. She went to sleep.
right. Well, I mean, it's got to be profoundly surreal and just.
I mean, that's beautiful.
And
That's
I
beautiful.
was
I really
told-
like this.
all my life I was told two things. I went to sleep in theaters, right? As a small child with like 1,000 people in them. Theaters. Like the London Palladium, I fell asleep in there, on my mum's lap. And then the other thing was that when I was a little baby, when I was like 18 months old, I was bobbing on somebody's knee to the beat of the band on a jazz cruise.
Yeah,
And
well,
I'm
you
like,
have it in your blood.
I always thought, well, I'm pretty good at jazz, I guess. I'm an okay understudy. I'm okay as a dep, But then last night, nothing would make this fucking kid go to sleep. And then Dad came on, and my wife's going like this with her really hard, like really, and I'm on her foot like this.
Well, I think you pronounced granddad wrong.
What?
How
I
does
think
that
you
matter?
pronounced granddad wrong.
And
Granddad?
how does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say her dad?
No, you said dad. He
No, I
wasn't
meant
coming
my
in
Oh,
to
dad.
but
be your
it's his
but
dad. Yeah, her dad is his
He
dad.
meant
was
my
coming in
dad.
to be her granddad.
Dad came on. My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah,
but he
you
he
need-
All right,
wasn't coming
granddad.
in.
Then. Okay,
But-
He wasn't coming in.
all
And
But Will's
I'm
talking
not
about-
quite there. I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah, Will's
My
talking
mom-
about his
my mom
experience
referred
though.
to her dad as dad
Yeah.
I understood it.
until the end of his
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. And
Um,
and that's got to be extremely surreal.
There's only one man in the world I can call dad, and he's gone
Mhm.
now. So I'm gonna keep it going. But anyway, he came on, and she was out. I'm tapping on her foot, and she was out.
I mean,
Like
it's
20 seconds, and I'm
amazing.
still jigging her leg around as we put her in the cot, and I'm still going like this. With the don't clip this, okay? And
Well, did you make the bald man cry?
and she was out, man. She was out. Her eyes were open, but she was gone, man. And I turned to my wife, and I'm like, "Is she?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "But her eyes are open." She's like, "Yeah, just like your dad." I'm like, "Oh yeah, he used to sleep
Whoa.
with his eyes open."
It's got to be like
Oh,
a,
that's
a
rare.
piece-
That's
It's
rare.
like this.
But it happens.
He'd be asleep.
I know this.
Like Gandalf,
right. But that's
And I
like
was
a
like, and the thing is, I've always felt the burden of this whole genre was put upon me, and now it's gonna survive me.
I mean, it's a really beautiful moment though too, just in the sense that
made me
it
cry.
was.
I burst into tears.
Well, I can't see how you couldn't. I
Yes,
mean,
you
it's
should.
it's the
5
fact.
minutes, and I'm not talking about little manly tears. I'm talking like that, like.
Yeah.
Because
I was
the
like
emotion was too
5
strong.
minutes. But
Well,
I
I mean,
envy you
part
very
was-
much.
20% sorrow, 80% joy.
Elation, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Just
I mean,
joy, baby.
with everything that's happened this past month,
I'm
to
so
me,
glad for you, Will. I really am.
Me
Yeah.
too, man. Me too.
It's-
And
it's-
I don't feel bad saying that because like it's not like I've earned it or anything, but I'm just so fucking happy. You know, as if I do everything right, it will survive me.
Mhm.
You figured out the code, which is you figured out the
A
meaning of
wonderful
life,
thing.
and
Yeah.
and you are in the position at the moment to enjoy
I have my suspicion.
what life has to offer you. We live in hell, but you have a good thing going, and you
Yeah,
should
man.
enjoy it.
This is not something I ever talk about. It's got nothing to do with me or the channel or my
No, no, of
my
course not.
existence. It's just something I was born into that was a colossal, like 50% of my entire life growing up until I was about 18.
Mhm.
And then it started to fall away because people were dying, the scene was dead, you know. And then it comes on this song from like 1976 or something. And I'm like, and my little girl just goes, and I'm like, holy fuck, they were right. They were right. They were telling the truth about me, and and I know because it's happening with her. You know?
Right.
What a wonderful fucking experience.
It would
What
be
a wonderful world.
You know,
it would be one thing just to experience that to music in general, but the fact that it was your dad specifically, you
Mhm,
know, a
mhm.
song. I mean, that's
Yeah, that's fucking
with
amazing.
everything that's happened this past month.
I
That's
would
I mean,
share
that's
it with
one of the
you.
most beautiful serendipitous moments someone could experience. I mean, that's like
Share it with you because it will dox.
That's why I think that humans fucked up, because I think that a three generational household, as it was before the nuclear family, which is destroyed at the moment, was the right thing to do. Grandparents are very important to their
You're right.
grandchildren, and they're very
Killed the
important,
nuclear
of course,
family and
to
killed
their
West.
children. Yeah, the nuclear family killed the natural paradigm that it
No, I mean the
was for
family was
millennia.
nuclear
And the
family.
nuclear family was okay for some time, but that one is destroyed now too. At least they try to. It's very sad to see. And moments like you just experienced are just fucking proof what nature and reality is about. That was just wholesome, and that's the way it should be. That your daughter going to sleep from a song from your dad, which is her granddad, that it has this effect, the bloodlines, the connection, the family, all of this. That's just natural. That's just goodness. That's just wholesome.
I'd say
That's what
that's
we need.
supernatural, to be quite honest, from my perspective. And
Okay.
this is why I love jazz as much as I do, and Twin Peaks. So
Yeah, I will. I refrained of
I
my
just
distaste of jazz in this conversation of respect to Will and the situation in
well,
whole.
I'm just
Uh,
saying
um,
when
yeah, I understand, and then again, people will never understand why I listen to music I do. I
All
guess
right.
it is as I said before, music tastes are not optional. You don't choose them;
oh
they
yeah,
are in your blood.
well the things
They're
you
in your
like
All
and the
right.
blood. You
things
Fuck
you
it.
don't
love
choose
Fuck
and
them.
what
it.
you gravitate
Fuck it.
to are
Fuck it.
they are what
If
they
anyone
are.
sees
But
this, fuck it. If anyone sees this, they're welcome to dox me. Here, I'll share it with you. My dad's solo in the song. And this is the moment my kid fell asleep. You need to share my screen.
Oh, okay, right. I'm on it. I'm on it.
I will cherish your trust, Will.
Here you go. Listen to this. This is right before my dad's solo. Okay, he's guitar. His guitar is in my house. And I knew everyone would be going crazy. leg's doing it now. It's like,
Right.
this is how I was raised, boys. Listening to
Right.
this and God. Come on, baby.
Everybody fucking swipe the love button, right?
That's right.
Right? Anytime you want.
Fucking super.
But that was some serious shit, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the number, and my kid went to sleep listening to that. Like she fell asleep like dead. I was like, this is impossible. This is far too much.
It's
you know?
like you're struggling. Your dad was still there to kind of lend a
How?
helping
Yeah,
hand.
right. Yeah,
It's
like,
crazy.
how could you know to fall asleep to that? You know, like
Here's
you
the
barely
thing.
knew him. You know.
Here's the thing. People
Yeah,
don't
it's
understand the
still your
simple
dad's
fact
kind
how
of coming
important
through and saying,
bloodlines are.
oh, okay, I'll put my hand on her head.
You know what I mean, though, right? Like it has to be in your blood. It has to be
Yeah.
in your
Mhm.
bones.
Yeah, didn't you listen
There's
to me? I
definitely
just said this.
something.
Oh,
It's not
yeah,
about
sorry,
bloodlines.
Lily. What's that, babe?
I was saying this thing that Will was getting to is it's about bloodlines. I personally think that bloodlines are very important. Your ancestors, your history, your bloodline is very important, and you don't
It
have
is.
a choice. You will never choose what music you like, what foods you like,
No, because
who
I
you
mean,
love.
I like
That,
him.
that, that, that's, that's just predestined because of your bloodline. That's not eugenics bullshit. That's just the fact of the reality of things.
Oh
And
yeah.
and here is it, that in your bloodline there will be a love for this kind of music. It will really connects with your soul and your essence, and you
This
can
right
do
here.
nothing about it.
You
It's
understand,
not your
right?
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, beyond like silly religion kind of connotations, like we are divine beings of energy and light. We're vibrations.
See,
We vibe.
that's a really hard sell. Even to me, that's
Right.
a really hard sell. But when that happened, something like that,
Yeah.
I was overcome with
Right.
emotion. I mean
Yeah,
it. I'm not even joking. My face looks puffy today because I went
you had the happy tears.
Well, I
all
mean,
the
it's
all of it.
transcendental.
Can I confess something? I'm crying many times a day, um, and it is often happy cries because I see the good in humans, and often it is sad cries because I see the
Right.
bad in humans. But I will never um, be
Give
when
up.
I'm alone. I'll be able to not cry. When I'm in
Well,
company, I will of course regulate my emotions and wear the mask that I'm supposed to do. But when I am alone, I will cry many times a day for many reasons,
well,
and there will be tears
that's
of
sad, but
joy,
it's
and there
also
will
kind
be
of
tears
beautiful.
of hatred, there will be tears of sadness, there will be many tears.
See, I'll never feel bad about stuff like what happened last night.
Yeah.
My
No.
wife's there. She's holding the
Beautiful.
baby. We put her down. I'm still shaking her leg, and she's gone. And the moment I knew it was safe, that like I'm still shaking her leg, and she's
Right.
Oh,
gone, I was just, you know. And my wife like turned to me, and for 5 minutes, I just erupted like I've never, well, really, not really, since Dad died. And it was probably necessary. It was probably something I was bottling up, all that crap.
you make me cry
At the
now.
same time, that's
I
okay.
mean,
But it's good, it's good, it's happy cry.
yeah. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the
It's like
thing
an
is,
ontological
I've
shock.
never ever felt anything like this in my life until yesterday. I was so bitterly sorry that they couldn't see her or that
Hmm.
she couldn't see them. but that was about 30% maybe max of what I was feeling. What I was feeling was it survived.
Right.
It's
I
alive.
understand. I
It
understand.
went through me. It's there. It's in there. It's still here. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. You know.
Right.
That's the importance of
And there
bloodlines,
was so much I
which I
couldn't help
mentioned
myself. I'm
before,
near it now.
which
I'm near
many
it.
people don't understand.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
gonna be
if
okay.
it really mattered, it would still matter, which
Like it matters
apparently
to
it does.
me. I didn't know how much it mattered to me, but it matters to me. And now I know that when I die, something of it will still be there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer, that people are the product
Amazing.
of kind of the energy and the emotional energy and things like that of their parents, things like that. Like you are a mix of all those things, right?
Yeah.
It gets
Mhm.
processed through the matrix and it gets
Oh
spit
yeah.
back out again, and so that's how these things carry on. Like for
It's not the
years.
Matrix, man. This is lifeblood.
Oh,
shit.
I know, but I'm not saying like
Outside
the
of all
Matrix
that
in terms of like this silly
conspiracy
code shit in
theory
the
crap.
background.
This is
No. Right. But
them, me, and
No, John
you.
doesn't pull a fucking Tate here.
I know. I
yeah,
know.
He
no.
talks
I
about
know
something.
John very well.
But
But
I'm talking
you
about
know,
more on the spiritual kind of Matrix kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I
Of just
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
you know,
But the point I mean is, it's like it's just it's so impossible to explain if you don't have kids. Because
Yeah, no, I understand,
I would never
and I
understand
don't
it.
understand.
I'd never. I've tried to understand it, and I've really
Cannot
tried to
understand.
understand it. I didn't understand it, but now it's like holy fucking shit.
right? Well, yeah, and
She
that's
just like what they said about me.
yeah, and that's the thing that I'm kind of talking about. It's like this esoteric thing that kind of goes beyond
Yeah, it is esoteric.
the
You can't even
the
define it. You
yeah,
can't
it's
explain it. It's
mystical.
like your someone's soul inhabits, or them and their soul, or whatever it is. It's just that it's life energy. It's this thing, but it's not just one. It's not the overarching life energy thing. It's one thing. It's one sign
It's like,
that
hello,
Sign, he said
what
sign.
I'm
made
your
you
grandfather. You're going to like music now.
right. It's
Here,
but
here's the thing.
I
I
didn't want
call
it
it
to be like
bloodline.
that. I've never wanted it to be like musician, semi-musician. You will now inherit the music. I've
Right.
never wanted to be like that. I avoided that
But
my whole
well,
fucking
you
life.
ever thought it
But
didn't.
then this kid
It's
is
clearly
tapping her foot to the fucking beat,
Yeah,
and I'm
she
like,
chose it.
yeah. Well,
See,
Mhm.
it
she
is about
she
bloodlines.
she doesn't know. What I'm saying is, it's precognitive for her.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just it's in
Fucking
there,
phone.
it's
It's
in the
in her
spirit.
soul,
Can't
it's in her
avoid
body,
it.
it's in her bloodline.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
now I
that before.
understand my father, and now I can't talk
It's
to
so
him
great.
about it.
I'm so happy for you. Will you really figured
Sorry,
out
I'm sorry, I'm
how to
totally
live
taking
life?
over the stream.
No,
No,
dude.
that's just fine.
I mean,
I'm
Will,
so
to
glad
be
that
to
you
be
both
honest,
are here.
it's we do our WTF shows throughout the week, and it's
Yeah.
we go on our little tangents here and there, but it's like this is it's kind of nice to be able to just hang out with you
Just hang out
and
and
just
chat, right?
and not have it be about any of this
Yeah, like
silly surface level
everyone who
bullshit.
turns up
I
and
actually feel the
donates all
same
the
way. I like
time, like
we just
it's
fucking hang. It's like
not
we've all
not
become
just
mates,
not to sound
Yeah.
like a bundle of sticks about it, but it's because we love you.
Yeah, I love you guys too.
I actually do too. It is something I
I'm a
needed
big
to learn is
softie,
that you
really.
can find real friends online. I mean, I know that I'm
Well, it's
hated much,
about give and take,
but
right? I mean, how much of yourself are you willing to give?
Right.
I'm
I'm doing
always
it
honest.
publicly right now.
I'm
Yeah, it's
always
a
honest.
very small platform, but it's still, I've made that deal with myself,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
There's the thing.
with my
Did you notice that people don't like
friends.
you when you're honest?
Um,
well, I mean, it all depends
there are
on the
two types
setting
of
and
people, right? There are people
Well,
who love you
then
when
you
you're
get
honest,
different
and there are
people.
people who hate you when you're honest.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And I think I do two things. I write weird to get rid of the deflecting anal people, and furthermore, I will speak my mind, getting rid of the fake people who cannot agree to disagree. It's a very good strategy to find real friends, and so I did
Agreed.
Yeah.
I
in
have
a
lots
short
of
time.
friends, by the way. Like I've never ever wanted for friends. No, well, yeah, maybe when I was small and my like network was basically the houses that surrounded mine. I
Right.
was like, yeah, I don't really like these kids and they don't really like me, but they're my friends, because I got no
Nah,
choice. But as soon as I could cross the road, basically, it was like, okay, I like this guy, don't like him, and then it just goes bigger and bigger, and then the internet happens,
Right.
and suddenly your network
yeah.
becomes vast,
Right.
and
Well,
so you get to be picky,
yeah.
which
Well,
is great.
No, you
I,
Yeah,
always.
I
Didn't
say on the
okay, okay.
internet because you were
Sorry,
nice to me.
I need to make my voice here. Didn't you
Okay,
fucking watch the X Files? Mulder told you trust fucking no one. Okay, what
So
the
did
fuck?
Alex Jones. So did
right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, that's
That's right.
nothing new. Here's the thing. You will trust people to a certain degree when they are proving that they are worth your time,
Mm.
which is easily done with being, as I like to do, being outrageous and acting stupid. You really call out the people who are not worth your time.
Yeah.
And now I'm collecting the people who are worth my time.
Well,
It's very funny.
Mm.
it's
And
one of the
there's funny things as well because I have an easier time talking to you guys about the stuff I was just talking about than I would have if I went live on Facebook in front
right.
of all the people who've
but
known me my
we
entire
are
life.
live on
All
my
my,
channel at the moment, by the
I know
way.
you're live. I know
Right.
that
Right.
that's
But
not a problem.
saying it's more
But
on like
what I'm
an
saying is, if I
actual
went live on
actual
my
level,
Facebook and said all this shit,
it would be
there'd
weird.
be so much weight added to it from the
Right.
people who knew my dad and the people who know me and all that crap. It wouldn't be about me anymore. It'd be about them, and it
Right.
wouldn't be about
Mm,
him.
Right.
It would be about their interpretation and my interpretation, and blah, and it would get very easily diluted. So I'm really grateful to you guys for letting me get that shit off my chest.
Oh, dude,
no,
it's
I'm
wonderful.
always here for you, Will. Seriously, we can talk in private anytime you want. I
I
will
know,
want to be
me,
a friend to
I
you.
don't have time. This is just a random
Yeah,
topic.
I know,
I
but,
Right.
but
to
I'm
not
just
go to
offering.
sleep and
I'm
just
just
talk to you
offering
guys
real
instead.
friendship.
Yeah. Well, I know one of the things I constantly say during my weird journey, as a content creator and whatnot is, you know, you see people show and tell every moment of the livelong day, basically, right? And
Yeah.
especially in doing this. But when the revelation happens, this is when you need to pay attention, right?
Well,
And
when people
people,
tell you who they are, you should pay attention.
right, and that's what I mean
Oh,
by the
there will be
revelation.
mask off. There will be
There's
mask
no,
Right,
off.
there's no way to consistently fake who you are
right,
for
and
this long.
Yeah.
That's why we
Yeah,
don't
you
like
can't do
having.
it. That's why I'm doing so well. Like I don't have that many subs, but
Doesn't
that's
matter. You've got
yeah,
quality.
quality
yeah,
audience
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Quality over quantity,
You've got
always.
you've
Quality
got
over
I get
quantity.
I get just as many views as a lot of people who've got
You're kind of stuck in
literally
that one.
50 times
you get
the
more
subs
views
that
than
I
people
do.
who've got 1% of your subs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Sorry,
but
10.
I
I
mean,
mean,
and
I mean
John
10,
actually said
10,
this to
100%
me.
of your subs.
I told
John
you
actually said
like
this to me
three
because
times
I'm not
already.
paying
It's because people like you, because
Right.
you have friends.
I mean, look at my
They
channel, right? I've
don't.
got 11,000, nearly 12,000 subs, right? I haven't gained 1,000 since like February, and that's my bad. I haven't uploaded,
yeah,
so I'm not growing the channel. I've managed to sustain my channel with thank God the help of the people who come in every time,
Hi.
every time, like
Yeah,
James,
I'm sorry,
TJP,
Will, that I cannot
Course.
make money. Said you.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
I
It's
would
not fine.
love
But the
to
point
help
is that
you, but
some
actually, is
can.
I would need help, but I would not ever ask
Right.
for it.
No, I
Sweetie,
wouldn't
let
either.
him speak.
I fucking hate. asking. You know, I hate it.
I
Hate it.
understand. I would never do it.
It makes me
I'm,
sick
I'm,
every time I have to do
yeah,
it.
I understand.
But
I'm
it is what
thinking
it
about
is, right?
making
I've
my
got
own
kids to
channel.
feed, and
I
this is
would
what my
never.
wife told me to do.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I'm good at it. You know?
But that's kind of the thing I'm saying though, is like when that revelation happens, the revelation isn't always a bad thing.
No.
And in the year plus that I've been streaming with you, Will, like this has been one of the things that has helped kind of push me through, this weird fallow period of being a guy who just like, I may have all this potential, but I have shit for equipment, right?
I see that.
And this last year has been, I would think that, because a lot of people will say all sorts of things behind the
I
scenes,
don't give
and
a fuck what people
Hey,
say.
I'm
right,
doing it,
right.
and I've got shit for
You,
brains.
you really
I've
shouldn't give
defended you on
fuck
other
what people
live streams
say.
before,
I
Right,
mean,
you know?
right.
only
But
in
that's the
school
point I'm
here.
getting at. That's the point I'm getting at, though. Is it's like
Okay.
it doesn't matter about all that static, right? Because the people that I actually stream with and that I've gotten to know during the course of this last year, and just like the way that I've been able to kind of, know that even no matter what the adversity is, it's still worth showing up and doing this thing time and time again, day
We
after
have
day,
fun,
week
buddy.
after week.
We have
Because
fun.
because I'm with a solid group of people that actually appreciate all this kind of stuff, and so all that stuff, and that's what I mean by the revelation. Like I have
Well,
had a
no one
great
wants to
experience
be.
over the course this last year.
Well, I really appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you being around, especially after what happened with Ryan and that. You know, he brought you in to replace fucking Dobby.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
Oh my God, what's up with the
No,
Dobby?
we're
He
not
was
going there.
actually a
But
So,
anyway,
yeah, that's
the
not worth talking about right now.
Yeah.
Leave that another
No,
time.
Okay, we're
first
talking
time
about it later.
my dad was listening and he goes, "I don't like that John. He talks too much." I was like, "Shut up! You don't know him yet. I don't know him yet. You know." And then he's like, "Oh, he talks too much about that porno business." I'm like, "Well, at least you know him now." And he's like, "Well, I can't argue with you there, son." And then one night, not that long ago, it was this year, he goes, "Oh, I really like that point that John made." And I was like, "You fucking see?" You know?
Yeah,
I have my
he
moments.
he would
It
here.
all, by the way,
I
he
will
liked
say it.
Corona from day one.
There
Just
will be the Tangent King John, and there will be Tangent Queen Lilith.
right now.
Yeah, well, because we both can talk for days.
I mean, look, put it this way, right? You have a job to do as a live streamer, okay? And this is beyond me and my perspective. Any live streamer worth his salt is going to tell you this. If you have 3 seconds of dead air, you are shit at your job.
Unless
It
it's
would
been
never
in it.
happen to
No,
me.
no. You have 3 seconds of dead air and you are shit at your job. No exceptions.
Yeah, it's like being on stage.
If you're playing a game, they can hear the game. If you're that's it. You don't want to finish a song on stage and then stand there.
I've probably never had that, Ellen.
No one should ever have dead air on a live stream. And John does
There is truth to
100%.
that.
The second I shut up, if he senses, I know he can sense that I'm like distracted for a
Yeah,
second. He feels that fucking
if
shit. Every
anything,
damn
like,
time.
if
Legend.
anything,
John is
John can be
reliable.
too quick.
Never
still-
ever have dead air. It's better if you have 4 people talking all over each other than dead air. And Hypno knows that too, which is why he doesn't get pissed off when we all cut across each other on SNH.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, John, if you could,
Yeah,
like,
Hypno is
give
a smart
me
cookie.
0.25 of a second,
0.25 is okay.
because it's
I'm
always
sorry.
you. Like I'm ready within half a second. But
Sometimes
but
it's
you're
okay
just
to
always
take 1
you're
second.
gone.
Is
and
okay.
that
1
is
second is okay.
why we need you.
Is this the roast of John Richards? Seriously?
Wow. I feel like
I
I
never
just drank a white
No,
Russian.
no.
So
Look,
I got a good nice little buzz going.
I love what John brings to my show, and I love
Yeah.
what Yoda brings to my
Yeah,
show.
yeah. That's
It's like-
exactly what I'm saying. Will.
Almost
But,
like I'm.
what
It's almost
I
like I'm in
what
the
else I'm saying is that
like,
just-
right? I'm in the ring.
if you can give me a
and then I've got
beat,
John on fucking basically play by play, and Rhoda on color commentary. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I what?
Here's the thing
I
that I
said, it's
never
like I'm in
understood.
the ring, and then I've got John on play by play, and you on color commentary.
Can
And that's
someone
what it was.
answer me? Can someone answer me why John is a problematic white guy? Because he is one of the kindest people. He was one of the first ones on
Well,
this
it's
online
obvious
space who
sense.
actually interacted with me for real. He was a real person. We could talk. I don't understand why
I
do
used to
people hate
introduce
him?
myself as Will XYZ
Right.
bastard.
No,
Well, you know,
I really don't understand it
so
because I
Lilith,
saw so many people who are fucking trash, and they have a better reputation. It doesn't make sense at me.
Reputations are made by idiots.
right,
buddy.
right, but Lilith, that's the whole point of it. I'm not a problem. I'm just a problematic white guy.
He's
'Cause
problematic
it's
because
the
he's
21st
not
century.
problematic. That's the
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, okay, and
Yeah, yeah.
Like
okay,
I am
okay.
the
Yeah.
literal unilateral will of the fans, and you will do everything I fucking say because I am the one and only will of the fans. No, I'm will
Right.
of the fans.
Yeah, I understand. People just don't like truth.
Yeah, and
I
it's
am
one
As
of those
always.
things where you
His
take the
name is
weakness and you
Will,
turn it into a
and it
strength.
works. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if people always find a problem with you, you just go and say, all right, well, yeah, I'm just a problematic white
Not
guy.
the
And,
nice.
Okay, I get it now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to question that in
No,
the
no,
first
it's okay.
place. I
Yeah.
should have understood it in the first place because people just don't like truth.
yeah, no,
It's just a
Most of the
concept.
nicest people I've ever met in my life are people who were rejected by other people.
right.
Yeah,
Actually, almost indefinitely, I think every single friend. What?
Hi.
Was that you?
Yeah, that
True,
guy.
actually, yeah, when Rhoda was in my chat, in my Discord, and he said he'd been like booted by some other dickhead streamer who didn't understand like the value he was bringing and banned him or something. I was like, you can mod for me. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was sitting in the bar next to my dad. I was on my phone. I was like, yeah, you can mod for me. Yeah, you seem like a cool cat.
Yeah.
Whatever. Give you a shot. And now he's on the panel,
Yep.
And it's
Mhm.
only because
It's only
Fuck
because
it.
you're a good guy.
well, I just figured this guy's solid. He seems to care.
oh, he wrote
And
it.
that's
Rhoda
really
is
all I
really
give a
solid.
shit about, right? You're not an emotional breakdown and you care. That's really all you need to get a shot with me,
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
and
I'm the insane one
That's
here,
that's the
but
other
I
one.
really love
Not
you three guys.
pretentious. You're not pretentious at
Right.
all.
No,
I
he is
fucking
not.
hate pretension. I hate people who try to talk above their station. I know what I am.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and so
we
do
all
you.
know who we are.
Just
We all know
fucking
reality, and we
right.
accept reality.
I
Right.
don't like put on a suit and go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Will of the Fans show. Tonight's top story is blah blah blah, and I think you should. And then I don't, and then I'm not going to go in and go, well, the problem with Smash JT here is that he decided that he
Right,
plays with
right.
Moriarty, but unfortunately he lacks that killer instinct. I'm not a pretentious cunt. I'm just
Right.
not.
Yeah, why
I
would live that way?
Okay.
I'm
There's
sorry
the
for
thing.
Steve.
Your time is limited on this planet. Whatever you believe in, whatever gods or afterlife you believe in, it doesn't matter. We will all find out anyway. So
Right.
why the fuck would you
Look,
waste your time on Earth that is limited to such bullshit?
and there's another level to that too, because the more you try to appear above your station on the internet, the more people will break you down and bust your fucking balls.
Right.
The best thing you can do on the internet is go, well, I'm a guy. I have this.
Yeah,
This is
let's
fine.
be real.
That's basically all I have, and I'm interested to see if you'd like to listen to me and talk to me, maybe. And
Yeah, it's
if you
just
are,
hanging
then
out.
that's great, and let's be friends, maybe,
Right.
or enemies, maybe.
Right.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I understand this notion very well. That's the only reason why I'm even here, is to actually exactly do that,
Start off,
finding
by the way.
friends and finding out who are not my friends and
No,
never could be. And it's not my choice because I will always be polite and offer my hand in friendship,
right.
and if it's slapped away, that's
See,
good. I will not
that
make drama.
that's literally
I
the one
just
thing that
trying to
all
find
of us
friends.
have in common is everyone will tell you, and they're right, by the way, to tell you no one on the internet is your friend,
That's
you know.
not true.
But no, what I'm saying is the philosophy is correct until you can prove it wrong.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah,
At which
of
point,
course it is.
you
What
From
you
a
should
told
critical
me
agree.
place
a while
point,
You,
of
back,
course it is.
at the exact moment that you realize that you found something that you can call possibly actual friendship, that's the
Mhm.
moment for you to take that a little bit out of the internet, carry it in you, and
Hmm.
and cherish it really.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
And
truth to that.
only
There's of
then,
course truth to that because the people I made real friends on the internet, I did in private, of
right?
course.
mm.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's that's not the life of a live streamer. You meet your friends and you you make and
You
you
kind of
make and
forge it
break
in
friendships
fire. Yeah.
all in public. You know, fortunately for me, that really hasn't happened to me. I've never really broken a friendship yet. I just, you know, I I tend to vibe with people or not, and I can usually tell within 20 minutes if
Yeah.
someone's decent.
When I crashed out and I came into our like group chat for Will of the Fans, what you said to me was like everybody's a potential mate until they prove themselves not to be.
Right.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
then I
Exactly.
fucking chilled out.
Right.
That's my
That's true.
philosophy
That's
too.
true. That is what I said that day. Yeah, you're
That
right.
is what you
Fuck.
said, yes.
Yeah.
And it helped me, thank you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I can actually.
it is a good philosophy to
I was
have.
right. I was right. I forgot that, and I
Hmm.
was right. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
No, no, it's a basic. I'm sorry to say this, but it's the basic rule of law for making friendships. It is. I'm sorry to remind you of this, but it is actually. I mean, you give out your hand in friendship, and the ones to slap it away, you know that they will never be your friends. But the
Right,
ones who grab your hand when you reach out, they can be mates, as you call it in the
mate,
British.
friend. Well, I mean, it's
Mhm.
sort of like mate, friend.
I like the word mate.
Mate,
It's really nice, but mate is actually reminding me also about the union between man and wife.
yeah,
So
exactly. That's why I sort of. Um, what I mean is like, yeah, it's like what Rhoda said. Everyone's your mate, and until they prove they're not. You know,
Right.
and
yeah,
that is
yeah.
actually that actually is something. And I'm really glad you reminded me of that because that is something I learned the hard way.
Hmm.
Really, when I was young, like as an only child, you know,
Oh, I had siblings.
because you
Well,
really,
I
really,
mean,
really,
that's something
really
that you
wish
told
you had
me, and
brothers,
I'm the same age as you.
huh?
That's
The
something
only
that you
one
told
who is
me, and I'm the
older than
same age
us
as
is
you.
John. We are the
Tell
same.
me.
No. What did Rhoda say?
Sorry.
I didn't hear what Rhoda said. So
I was just saying that's something that you told me, and I'm the same age
yeah,
as you.
right, yeah, and it's funny because you just reminded me of it. It's not like I need it right now. I still live by it. I just didn't realize I was that articulate. um,
Yeah, well,
it was actually
It's a
wise
good
words,
way
you
to
know.
live. It's a good way to live. It's
you'd
true.
already accepted me as your mate, and I was
Yeah,
upset. So you just
yeah,
like
that was it. Yeah, I was like, all right,
said
yeah,
nice
well,
things
I'll
because
give you,
you're clever.
I'll let you have a mod if you want. Yeah, fuck, yeah, you haven't done anything bad to me.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. It doesn't sound like you did anything bad to the last one. So whatever the fuck
Mhm,
their loss, I'll take you. Yeah,
Right.
you know, everyone's got a place on my ship until they don't. You know,
mhm.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
You need to
I'm,
get
I'm, I'm a
rid
big fan.
of
You know,
the
I'm a big fan
bureaucracy.
of One Piece. Everyone, And
Oh,
it
you
sounds
watch
like a
One
cliche.
Piece?
Everyone wants to be the main character of every story, but the character I identify most with is Luffy, because he doesn't give a where you've been, what you've done, who you've been. What he's like, are you a decent person? I can sum it up in about 5 minutes, and if I like you, you're on the crew.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that because I've always been.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That's why I like
I,
Luffy most.
I don't know that
also, yeah.
game, but
No, the manga, man. One
it
Piece,
sounds
dude.
like
Rhoda, of all
yeah.
the people I know, no
Mhm.
one needs to read One Piece more than you, man.
No, seriously, Luffy
Tech,
is awesome.
Tech.
Luffy is
Dude, read One
is
Piece. Get the
it's
app. You got a tablet, right?
Uh-huh.
Shonen Jump. It's like £2 or £3 a month, and everything on my fucking shelf is at your fingertips. Start with One
And
Piece.
Road to Lost Through One Piece is yes.
I would feel
Seriously, read
stupid to
One
repeat
Piece.
what he said, but really, Luffy is standing out as a shonen character.
Oh
He
yeah,
is really collecting people left and right. He gives everyone a chance, no matter what.
there's
He is,
only
he is
I don't
open
know the
to
episode is back
friendship.
on it.
He is open to friendship, and I think,
Luffy in the climax of the first half of One Piece, which happens at around chapter 550 or something, which would be book 55 of the manga, by
Me
the
and
way.
John are
And
like, what?
and just to clarify what I'm saying here, every chapter is 20 pages, right,
Mhm.
mhm,
of comic. So at chapter like 550 of the longest running manga that's ever run,
yeah,
Luffy ends up in the most highly guarded prison in the world, trying to break out his brother, and ends up, out
yeah,
of sheer necessity, teaming up with 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys
yeah,
that he has
yeah,
defeated previously in the story,
yeah.
sent to that prison. He ends up teaming up with them to save his brother. Because he's like, well, nothing
Bonchan,
personal, you were trying to take over that
Buddy the
country and we
Clown.
kicked your
Yes,
ass.
yes.
You were trying to help him do that thing, so I kicked your ass. And you're just a dick, so I kicked your ass. And then they all end up teaming up with him. He ends up with a crew of people he's defeated
Right.
after
Yeah,
his actual crew
they
is
were
taken
his
elsewhere.
enemies in the past, and now
And this is in the
there's
middle,
the
by the
thing.
way, of Luffy's downward spiral arc.
Right.
After
Yeah,
he loses his actual crew, but before he gives them instructions, they're all over the world at this point.
yeah.
Separate. And before
The
he gets to
Paul
give them
guy
a captain's order to
fucked them
reunite in
everywhere.
2 years, he ends up going on this daredevil crusade that nearly kills him to save his brother, and in the process has to team up with all the fucking guys that he's
Not
beaten
killed, beaten.
thus
Yes.
far, because no one dies in One Piece unless they tell you they died.
No.
Right. Well,
There will be people
Isn't
dying.
that
It's fine.
amazing? This guy is like, right, I don't like you, but you could help me, and you're probably not that bad a guy, really. That's
see that,
Luffy.
No, it's
and
more than that, Will. I think it's more than that. It is
It's the will of D, mate. It's positive.
it's the essence of humanity as it should be. In my
yes,
opinion, that's why I like this series so much, and why I
Me
like
too.
Luffy
And you
so
just
much.
put it into beautiful poetic language, and I
yeah,
love you for that.
yeah, and
One Piece
well,
is the greatest story I've ever experienced in my life, bar literally nothing.
for me, and because
And
with
I've played all the same games as you, Rhoda.
right, but the way that and the way that you talk about though,
Mate,
it's
it's
very
the best.
it's very similar in some ways to Metal Gear Solid in the terms of the
Sure,
arc of Big
you
Boss
would love it
specifically.
because I'll tell you why
Oh yeah,
you would love it. I'll tell you why you would love it because
Seriously,
as the
you would
story
love it.
unfolds, you become very aware of a singular, omnipresent world government
mm-hmm.
that professes to have no king.
Right,
There is a king,
right.
Of course, there's.
and we only found out about that about 3-4 years ago.
Hmm.
Dude, every single person in the world should be reading fucking One Piece. Everyone. I don't give a
Seriously, yes.
fuck Everyone, everyone should read
Don't
One Piece.
underestimate the Japanese people.
Whether
They
you're a
know their
conspiracy
shit.
theorist or just a romanticist, there is something in that fucking story for you. I guarantee it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I've seen
$1,000 if you don't fucking love it after reading as many chapters that exist,
well, I know
Here's the
and you
thing.
won't be able to lie to me.
If I may speak, I think what put some people off that like anime is the animation style.
Fuck anime.
That puts some people
Read
off.
One Piece. Read
Yeah,
One.
you're serious. You're serious. You should.
And if
I
you have
mean,
to
I
watch
grew up with
One
this,
Piece,
and it gets me teary eyed many times,
it is
more
made,
than I can count.
it has made more than one tough guy cry his eyes out.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I know
it
I've
really
cried
it
reading
has
One
more
Piece for
humanity than
sure.
humans have.
I know
That's
I know in my current situation, because like I was saying, starting tomorrow, I got to rebuild the studio for Heavenly Jester. He's a huge fan of Fallout and One Piece. Like almost every time I talk to him, he brings it up and this and that. And so, it's something that I've watched a couple episodes here and there. I can't say that I've had the time to get into
Don't watch,
the actual
yeah.
the
That's
don't
manga of
watch
it. But
anime.
I had
Anime
time.
is
I
good,
had time.
but read manga. Read manga. It's
Right.
so much easier. It's so much faster. You're getting the artist's original fucking pen strokes,
Right.
or at least his
Mhm,
inker's
mhm, mhm.
strokes. You're getting a faster, better, tighter cut of everything.
Well,
And
don't
there's no
judge.
fucking filler.
Right.
Please don't judge me. I don't have the monies for the One Piece series or Bleach or
$3 a
Naruto.
month.
I was reading them online, and I watched, of course, the anime and stuff like that. The only series I have completed in my collection is Kenshin. That's the one I bought.
Rurouni Kenshin.
And, yeah, of course, that one.
Well,
Yes.
great fucking series.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's,
but
it goes
but
down some dark paths. It's fucking
Yeah.
good.
But
no,
but
it really is. But here's the thing. If you don't have the funds, you can't afford to read the manga
If you
in
don't
hand.
have the funds, there are websites.
that's
Yeah,
right.
and that's
There's
what
always a
I'm
way on the
referring.
internet. There's always
Scanlation.
I was reading it online, and I
be a
would
pirate.
I
That's
would, yeah, of course. Here's
Scanlation,
the thing.
baby.
Here's the thing, John. I would really suggest that you read the manga of One Piece online and even watch the anime. But here's the fuck. Um, it is the longest running anime ever. I mean, Conan the Detective or what it's called can challenge it. I guess I'm unsure that that's running for a long time too, but I think it is the longest running anime. It is really much time put
It's
into it.
it's
It is really
currently the
much time.
second longest running comic book.
Mm-mm. Which is the
Well,
first?
probably
so
like
Because
peanuts.
I thought it was the strongest one. I was pretty sure about that, but then again, I don't care about those things, so I don't know the stats. I
Yeah.
was just assuming.
But but that was the reason I brought up Metal Gear. In that is when you play through Portable Ops, after the events that happen in Snake Eater, you get this reflection of who Big Boss is, but then you get to see how even the reason why he turns against the thing that kind of gave him his capacity to even be that guy, and
Can
but
I be honest?
his connection to what the boss was saying to him and all that kind of stuff. So that's the thing about like real good storytelling, and
I'm sharing my screen.
right, it's
When Metal Gear is concerned, Metal Gear 2, when you play Raiden, that one fucked me up. The ending with the AI. Did you ever listen to that?
of
That
course.
was a future
Of
telling.
course,
That was
listen. This
fucking
is
heroin.
this is Admiral Kizaru to in the previous part of the story that I was telling you about, was able to destroy Luffy and his entire crew without even engaging them in combat. He just ordered other people to fuck him up. And it fucked them up so badly that they had to do a 2-year time skip.
Mm-hmm.
We're at almost the part of the story that the story is at now. You're about 100, 150 chapters behind right now. They meet.
I wondered why I didn't see their ship on the shoreline.
From Japan.
Oh
Look
no!
at you, sneaking away.
Why is there no Japanese?
This is like that
He's
island.
who? The freaking admiral? What's our plan, Luffy?
Luffy's already
Please don't
gone,
tell me
baby.
he ran off.
Luffy's already gone. He's made of light, by the way. That guy.
Right?
Luffy can come back. He's already become
Straw hat. Long time though.
Doesn't even look like him. That animation, baby.
I see your manners haven't improved.
I'll warn you, we're not the same as 2 years ago. We're 100 times stronger.
I mean, it's epic, but why the fuck did you fucking wait? This will go.
The power was too strong. It was over 9,000.
It was over 9,000.
It'll be back, I'm sure.
Over 9,000. No,
Right.
I was trying to complain to him about the dubs. What's up with the dubs? You needs to watch anime in Japanese.
Yeah, it's again that kind of gets into that whole thing you were saying about people like what they like. Some
Yeah,
people.
yeah, of course.
So
But every
know-
time I hear dubs, I'm really confused.
Sure,
And I don't like it.
But I mean-
I'm sorry. I can't stand it. I think it is a downgrade.
it would be great if everyone could take an artist for what they are and actually just try to get at that level. But some things, people need to have certain levels of processing and filtering and to make it a little bit more accessible to them. And it's I don't know. It's kind of like the stuff we've been talking about. Like a moment ago, like you guys are sitting here saying all these kind words about me, which thank you.
Well,
I'm grateful. But it you have to find a way to kind of connect.
Of course,
And sometimes you can't do that directly. It's part of the reason why in this past year, that I haven't considered it a bad thing that I kind of had to take this more kind of backseat sidekick co-hosting roles and things like that, because everybody sits here and the initial complaint, oh, John talks too much, he's going to try to take over your show, he's going to do all these kind of things. This has been a level of progression, and over the course of this last year, people have gotten to get beyond those foibles and things like that. So it's just, sometimes people need to, if they grow to have an appreciation for it at a certain level, then they might go a little bit deeper, because I my favorite anime is Perfect Blue, right? And
I don't know that one.
Perfect Blue's an amazing story, but when you watch it with the dub, it's still amazing. But then a few months back, I talked to Osaka
Can
Chandal.
I interrupt you? I always think that something will get lost.
Well, see,
I always like the original.
right. But look, that's the point I'm getting to. It's like, so I watched it at a certain level, right? But then I get to know Osaka Chandal. I met her
I know
last
her.
Christmas Eve, right? And so we hang out and we watch movies sometimes. And she's like, well, and I was like, all right, well, let's watch Perfect Blue. And she insisted that we watch it, in Japanese with subtitles, and because she lives in Japan, obvious. And so I was like, all right, cool. And you know,
and
it
you
was it
learn.
was it took it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the thing is sometimes people need to be led into something, and they don't if they get it too much. It's like this much tequila will will get you in the right place, but this much will actually kind of send you over the edge. And so you have to almost temper things to get them to where sometimes people are ready to take it at the full strength or what it might be and everything like that. So and that's been a blessing in many ways this past year where I've had to just kind of take more of this support role. And because I understand I kind of have like this bold kind of personality or whatever it is
No, I don't think
oftentimes
you're
that
bold. I think
well
you're
I,
very
I'm not
good.
I'm not saying that in terms of like I'm trying to, but it's a certain kind of energy, right? And so what I'm saying is by being able to actually show the variations and things like that, people that can't just take me off of first kind of connotation of like, oh, this is who this guy is. And a lot of people make snap decisions, and they
Of course
will
you do.
either just take that and that's how they'll hold you to that standard, or they'll they might give you a little bit more time. And over the course of the last year and the various things that I do throughout the interwebs and all this kind of stuff, I think I've kind of, at least kind of softened some of those things. Because even people that have issues with me, I don't hold grudges. I try my best to just kind
Yeah,
of,
there will be
let things go by
five
the
stars,
wayside.
no drama. Five
Right,
stars,
right.
no drama.
And a lot of those people, quite honestly, that may have had issues with me at one point in time or another, they are, they're not necessarily people that I would say that we're going to hang out like every day of the week or anything like that. But as time has gone by, that's kind of, you get to know certain people in a moment, and sometimes you get to know people over time. And so, you know, uh, as you're saying, with your limitation in terms of you can't read the manga, you're still connected to One Piece to the level that you're able to kind of deal with it, right?
Mhm.
And so that's been one of those things that I've just kind of accepted and embraced and used as a way to build my strength and my resolve in doing all this online stuff. Because is what I was saying last night. I get by through kindness and gratitude and appreciation, by trying to help as many people as I can. Because even if I'm never extremely successful in this space, you know, I have if I've helped other people reach their pinnacles of success or just hit their milestones and all this kind of stuff, their achievements still, I still feel connected to that ultimately.
I
And
understand
and
very
and,
well.
and
Believe me.
so yeah, so that's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, if you either just you can't make things so hard lined. Sometimes you just have to
No,
kind of let things be as they
that,
are.
I didn't mean to make it hardline. I
Oh,
just
I know.
talked about myself that when I watch a movie, no matter where it comes from, um, I except France movies
Right,
because
but
it makes
that's your
sense.
preference,
I
and
will,
and
I will, I will listen it in the original because it's the OG, and it will show me what the actors and the people involved really did. And
right,
when I have a dub, it is automatically, no matter how good they are, it is a downgrade.
right,
It
but
is, and there's nothing to be said about this. I will fucking die on this hill because there is nothing you can tell me. Here's a funny thing. I will admit a sin of mine. I didn't watch anime too much when I was younger because I didn't I wasn't able to listen to them in Japanese. I had the German
right,
dub for it, and I hated anime.
right,
I'm half Japanese, and I hated anime for a very long time as a kid and then as a young teen until I was able to hear it in Japanese, and then I fucking loved it. That
right,
should tell you all.
Right. But that tells me quite a bit about you. But this goes back to that whole thing about, like, as when you're doing
I
art,
will not
I
enforce on my
right,
experience and
right.
what I think upon others. It's just how I think.
I get that, but that's
No,
that's what I'm saying though is, my artistic sensibilities come down to, what is the objective here? Is this something that I'm trying to say so people can connect to me, or is this something that I'm doing for someone else and things like that? Like, and I know you
oh
have your
no,
issues with, I know you have your
story.
issues with
That's a
David
different
Lynch, but
story.
I just want to,
I need to interrupt you here. I understand very much so trying to help other people because that's what I'm trying to do always. That's a different story. I was talking about dubs and subs, which is just an experience to have if you are watching some stuff.
right,
But at the other hand, you were talking about connecting and helping
right,
people,
and that's the point
which
I'm
is
getting at.
another thing.
Is so, I know you're not a big fan of David Lynch, but I'm just going to
No,
use
no,
this as,
that's okay.
well,
That's
no,
okay.
this isn't about, I'm just trying to say, I know you're not a fan of David Lynch, but this is an example of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
When David
Yeah,
Lynch was making Twin Peaks, right, to get it made, to get the series to go into production, he had to make a cut that was a movie for Europe. It's called Northwest Passage, and so most of it is the first two episodes of the series that would be was the pilot plus episode one.
it was a pilot movie.
But well, that's the thing. But they also had to make an international cut that was a movie, and so he went and he made a cut that gives you a story, and it takes to completion. But even at the end of what's in Northwest Passage, it basically tells you you're not getting the fullness of this. But here's the thing, because as an artist, he had to do this because that was what he had to do to actually fulfill his ability to speak to his intention. But he also had these qualifications they had to also deal with. And so even though there was a compromise put on the work that he was doing, he still found a way to fulfill the objective, but also, to transcend beyond that and invite people in. Like if you only ever see Northwest Passage, it's a good,
Sorry, I did
it's
not.
a good story. I know you haven't, but the point I'm getting at is if you see Northwest Passage, the way that it plays out at the end, it basically hints to you that this story that you've seen is far from, at the surface level is what you've gotten. But if you actually want the substance, you should probably watch the series again. And this is kind of what you're saying about watching a dub versus watching, the original with, its
Okay,
actual
okay.
language track and everything like that. And so this is the thing. This is part of the reason why I love David Lynch so much, and the things that I get into, because I'm all about quantum entanglement, multifaceted states reality, and all these various things. And so when you get into kind of what is David Lynch about, you look at all of his stories, and they're all connected at this esoteric kind of mystical source level of, you know, uh, just the thing that goes beyond the surface.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing we're all
There's
connected
the
to, and,
thing.
and it can present itself, it can manifest in various ways, and those ways that it manifests still are tied to that original source, and so that source still finds a way of coming through, even if the limitation kind of doesn't allow it to go to its fullness. And so that's what I mean by sometimes you have to just kind of work within your means, and if you can use that as a way to kind of build trust or get people to be a little bit more intrigued, then that's where you'll start to find an actual substantial following. It's why I always talk about having a quality audience rather than a quantity audience, because the number that it says on your following, all this kind of stuff,
Yeah,
those are
okay,
just
okay.
metrics, but they don't talk about your
I
experience
didn't
as a
understand the
creator.
connection there for a moment. I mean, I was understanding what you said, but how does that translate in quality over quantity audience?
Well,
Um,
so what I'm saying is if you just focus on things at the surface level, what are my metrics? What are the
no,
things
no,
that
that I
all
did understand.
right,
That,
right. And but that's what I'm saying is there's a thing that goes beyond what is accessible at the surface level. Some people you only ever meet at the surface level, right? And so that's part of the whole reason
Yeah, I
problematic.
like to go deep. I
Right,
really like to go
right.
deep.
But
For
that's part
real,
of the
for
reason
real.
why I present myself as John Richards, problematic white guy. You might just know me as problematic white guy, but if you actually spend time, you'll get to go, oh, this guy John is actually something beyond this thing, right? It's like the difference
Of course.
between Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails, and or David Lynch's art and the individual pieces that are within it, because he's
But
always talking about the same kind of
here's
themes.
the thing. There are many ways to the same goal.
Right,
Did you recognize this?
right. And some people need a more scenic path, and some people just want to get there. So you have to be able to provide those avenues of just accessibility in certain ways, and if you as an artist can do that successfully, regardless of your limitation. Like, limitation is the best way to kind of prove your capabilities, I often find, and that's something that I've learned through doing game
Yeah.
design, everything like that. Like, the more restrictions that are put upon you, the more it makes you focus and hone in on what is truly essential, and
Yes and
ultimately,
no. That's a complicated one at me when it
well,
comes to the creativity.
right, but that's the test, though, Lilith. So you can say yes and no about it, but what I'm saying is if you rise to the challenge, if you could say, Metal Gear as a series has been under limitations time and time and time and time again, all the way through. And when the technology would advance, it would get a little bit more progressed, but ultimately the themes and all that kind of stuff, it's still the same. It's just you're getting a more elaborate presentation or more in-depth kind of time to spend in that world and get a little bit more of what it's actually about. This is part of the reason why I sit here and say that I love jazz and David Lynch and all this kind of stuff, is because you can watch it as it is, right at the surface, or if you get drawn into it, it becomes something that just kind of infects you. And I think that's kind of what Will was talking about, when he's talking about the experience he had a few days, just the other day with his daughter, and all the stuff that's gone on this past month.
I need to interrupt here.
No,
I
go ahead.
think the experience he had was, of course, it was based on the music, but in the end of the day, it was based on the connection and
Right,
the
and that's what I'm
bond
saying.
of
On a
his,
surface level,
his
it's
father, which is the grandfather to the daughter, and
right,
she connects, and that's just how she rolls.
right.
Um, so
hmm
yeah,
But that's what I'm
and
saying, is there's layers to that level of intimacy that people
mhm.
are drawing
No,
from.
intimacy is the right word here, definitely. Um,
Yeah.
but I want you to acknowledge the fact that some people will have a different way to get to the same goal.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And and we all face different kinds of adversities. What you do within that, minefield, how you navigate yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
try to avoid getting blown up. It's
Mm-hmm.
like we were just talking about the difference between people that are genuine and authentic, and these people who try to have themselves being presented as kind of this,
Yeah,
that
if you need to have yourself presented, you're not fucking authentic at all.
right,
Yeah,
It's
always
clear
be
as mud.
wary of people who take themselves too serious and they want to present themselves as standing above you.
right.
You
That's what.
always
I
need to
mean,
be
like,
wary of those
I don't.
people.
I'm sure. I'm.
The funny thing is, I can actually, for a fact, claim myself as standing above other people,
Right.
immorally and in achievement, but I won't and I
Right.
don't.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the difference between
You
working on
see the
a
difference?
project
See
and
the difference, people?
working on a product, right? And that's kind of the thing that I'm talking about. Like, you look at the way that Will of the Fans, WTF Live specifically in this last year has shifted. It used to be a really tight 2 hours, and we would do the thing.
Mhm.
It was fairly kind of,
Oh
and
no, it's
not,
more organic.
not to say that it was formulaic, but we were a little bit more kind of And we've never been
Structured.
professional, but it was a little
Let's
bit more
use the
structured.
term
It
structured.
was a little bit more structured, but in the time that has taken place in these last few months, especially since Rhoda and Will and I have all just kind of coalesced in this vibe that the show now, as a rule, basically it's become a 3-hour plus show, and that wasn't anything that we set out to do. It's just it's a more
Organically happened.
organically natural kind of way that we just vibe, and
Yeah,
so
people want to hang with
As
us,
it should be.
and we want to hang with people. So
Right.
yeah, okay, that worked.
I think so
Right.
too. That the organic streams will prevail above the structured streams in this space we are in at the moment,
Well,
because we are in kind of an echo chamber. We are kind of in in a secluded space.
to a degree,
Uh,
there are people that
yeah,
can capitalize on doing
I
the
mean,
same show over and over again, and
of course, you're right.
I wouldn't begrudge them of their success, but
Why would you ever
but-
begrudge someone's success?
right, but
That
that's what I'm saying.
wouldn't
Is there
ever
are some people
make sense to me.
when they lock into this thing, right? It's kind of the difference again between quality and quantity. They start looking at kind of analytics and things like this last year. One of the benefits of not having to operate my own channel or anything like that, I don't think about those numbers. I don't think about how many people are watching the stream or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Like, if I'm in a stream with 5 people watching, if I'm in a stream with 50 people watching, I've been in streams with hundreds. It's always the same, and the
As
only
it
thing
should
that
be.
and the only thing that's really shifted in that in the time that I've been doing this is kind of the level of interaction. Like recently, Toasty and I, we've started just doing streams with just her and I throughout the week, and then we have the weekends are where we open it up to panels, because Toasty and I work really well together.
What
It seems
happened?
I don't know. I went away for a second, but Toasty and I work really well. Rhoda's coming back. That's what happened. But
Yeah,
Toasty and I work really well together, and when
I'm
she's
glad
she's
to.
she's
I'm
very
glad to
she's
see
very
this.
generous and considerate when people come in, and so even though she's the host, she'll just kind of
Hello.
take the back seat. and
Okay,
she'll-
I couldn't even see that I was back on. Like
No
I
worries.
say, this is like all about me and Lilith learning how to use this software.
Yeah, and you guys, like, that's the thing. It's like that's what I was just talking about. It's like with Toasty and I's, we'll be at a 1-year anniversary at the end of January, right?
Oh,
And
I think you and Toasty are a good team. I think she really depends on you. And
I
she's
mean,
a
we
nice
complement
lady.
each other. I wouldn't say that we necessarily depend on each other,
No,
but
no,
we
she
reinforce
depends
each
on
other.
you on the technical stuff, but you depend on her for the entertainment.
Well,
You make a
we
good team.
we make a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting at. I think I like Toasty.
Yeah, Toasty's great.
yeah.
She's a great gal, and I hope she will sometime, at times, maybe consider me a friend. But I will not force it. It's just I wish I had some female friends.
Hello, we've got a
It
Jeremiah
is
here
really
and all.
hard for me. You don't understand. I never.
There we
Hello.
go.
Oh, hi, Jeremiah.
How you doing, bro?
Hey,
How's it going?
Can I?
pretty
Can
good.
I? Are you doing good?
Yeah,
Looks like you're out on
we
a
won't
walk.
have power. Yeah, I just got home from our new house and
A
And,
new
uh,
house.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
it is. We just moved some stuff over there, and we called the company that does the power and everything, and they won't. We did it too late, so they're not going to have our power on or anything
Oh, that's why
until
you need the
Okay,
generator.
yeah, that will be
Monday.
canceled then.
Chris, have a generator. Have a generator handy. I don't care
That's a
where you
good
live.
idea.
Have a generator handy.
Yeah,
Indoor
we don't
camping.
have one, but
Candles work too.
they're expensive. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
want. I actually don't want to do this online,
yeah.
but I'm just fucking drunk. Um, can you explain to me
No worries.
why the fuck I can't write you anymore? It seems I'm blocked at you. Did I upset you in any way or something? I mean, you can be honest with me. It's okay.
Fact that, uh, um, for one, it's a lot of drama between you and everyone, and
Oh yeah,
it's not
people
my.
hate me.
Well, I didn't. Well, it doesn't matter. But the point is, you know, I. It's not my. It's not my beef. It's just you.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. You don't need to say anymore. I'm already in the picture. It's fine. It's fine. No issues. Just know that I like you, and I have no issues with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to separate and stuff. Just 'cause.
No, it's all fine. Everyone gets to choose how they conduct their lives
Yeah.
and choose what they do.
I hope y'all understand that too. You, Rhoda and John. Yeah.
I at times don't understand why people hate me so much, but then again, I
Well,
understand very much because I will never shut up, and I
I
will always
mean,
fucking
well,
speak
of
my
course
mind.
not.
And people don't like
How
me.
often do you not shut up?
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's the thing. I can talk for days. I mean, here is John, the tangent king, but I'm Lilith, the tangent queen.
To be fair, I remained undefeated. I am the last real Tangent King champion. Everyone that has gone on
Oh, did
since.
you ever fight
I
me?
no. I'm what I'm saying is unlike John Cena, I actually did retire as champion. Um, and
Well,
Yes,
and
because
John
and
Cena. John Cena is only secondary, John. John, he's only secondary because I was born first.
right. But I'm just saying, like Tangent Kings will come and go, but
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I am who I am, and I don't mind. I don't mind. Like, see, that's the thing is, if I have an opportunity to kind of say something that's worthwhile, I will try to say it to the fullest of
Yeah.
my ability and
yeah, you need to
whatever.
be
But
yourself.
I also know when to just kind of take my hands off the reins and just enjoy the scenery. That's an
You
important
do,
thing in
you
all of
do,
this.
you do know the difference between my birthday and his birthday, right?
I'm unaware.
One day.
All right.
I was
I
born April 22nd. He was born April 23rd,
right.
1977.
Ah. See, I share a birthday with David Grohl. He and
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, Dave Grohl, the drummer from
Yeah,
Nirvana?
you can all
yes,
fuck off because I share a birthday with David Bowie and Elvis Presley.
well, that's pretty fucking high up there.
Mhm.
I mean, you got some great cosmic energy. I will say though, this last year, when I said something about my birthday, David Grohl went and I can't remember if he reposted or he just liked or what the hell ever, but I had like a little back and forth for him for a second on X. But that's not really even the point. But it's just the way that all this stuff connects. A lot of people will kind of see it at the surface level because that you know
Oh, yeah.
um, the world we live in, and I'm not to say that we live in a flat Earth, but the way that it's presented in the 21st century. I'm talking to you guys through this screen right here. You're talking to me through various screens. We live in a flat panel world, so everything is kind of 2D. So it is kind of a flat Earth in the 21st century, even though that doesn't necessarily define the shape of reality.
Well, the only
Yeah.
only 3D we have is in our worlds we live in,
Right,
not
and
on
that's
the worlds that we're in, like here.
right, and
It's
that's why
like,
I always try to tell people that the internet is not a place; it is an
yeah,
experience. You know, and that's why you should Yeah, I know not to stay where I'm not wanted is one of the things I've learned in this past year. I've contributed a lot of art to various people's channels. I've named channels. I've helped other people get to monetization, all this kind of stuff. But and that's what I was saying kind of earlier about other people's success is their success. But I at least kind of appreciate that if nothing else, if I got them confident enough to find their footing and do their thing, and they get to their goals and milestones, it doesn't. To me, it's the reward is in the experience itself.
Hmm.
It's not about having some kind of certain kind of aura about me or anything like that. So there will always be people that embrace you, and there'll be people that reject you, and and that's just part and parcel of actually doing the thing. And if you aren't, the worst thing you can get in wrestling terms is apathy. You either want to be a face or you want to be a heel, right? And so on the internet, I'm kind of like I'm a heel on the internet. There's people that are just like I want to punch that guy right in the face.
Heel versus baby face.
But when you actually get the time
Yeah.
to
I mean, as
to get
this
to know what
one,
I'm about, it's then people are like, oh, he's not because there's people that just know they're supposed to hate me. They don't even know why. They just but I don't worry about that, because if I ever get a moment's opportunity to kind of connect with them or what the hell ever, it's going to be through those interactions that the actual kind of intimate levels of connections will come through. That's why I actually kind of I enjoy doing these things that are on channels that have a little bit more of a limited viewing, because that's where you tend to see people be a little bit more genuine and free.
Yeah.
Because those channels that are very successful, they don't want it. If you find your success and by the numbers and the analytics what works, you repeat it. Success builds upon success. So you find the thing that works, you just keep doing it, so on and so forth, and then it can kind of become a little bit more mechanical and not so organic. And that, I think, has kind of been like this really cool thing for me as a content creator, taking the path that I have, where it's like a lot of the stuff that I even do, most people don't even actually see me doing. Right? It's stuff that exists and it's out there. So it's it's an interesting kind of thing, and that's that whole thing about you can deal with things that are spectacular, or you can deal with things that are substantial. And there will always be some level of spectacle to things, but the substance that's beneath it all, that's where you find that quality audience and things like that I constantly refer to, and all this
Just
kind
be
of stuff.
careful with the substance, because then you might abuse it, and then you have substance abuse.
okay.
There is that. You can get a little bit self-indulgent in times, but that's the whole thing about actually being able to know when to rein yourself in, when to take a back seat. And that's again, that's part of the benefit of being here in this position that I've been for last year, where if I needed to just do a 6-hour stream by myself with no one else, I could fill that time. But is anybody going to give a shit about it and actually tune in? I don't think so.
It depends on what it is.
Well,
and depends on what they like.
Right. But that's what I'm getting at,
okay.
though, is if you just have to concentrate on me, then it might be a bit too bitter, or a bit too bland, or what have you. That's why in terms of why Toasty and I work so well, is because we complement each other. We accentuate each other's positives.
That's true.
And so
I
that's
like
the thing
when
that you can find with anybody, I would say.
I like when they focus on you when Will does it or something like that. Like
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, with no passive software, we're just learning. I'm sure John knows how, but me and Lil are just learning how to use the software at the moment.
Yeah,
Right.
doing production work is, especially within StreamYard, there's differences between StreamYard and EVMux. Between the two, I prefer EVMux to StreamYard, in my experience. But
I wish
you
you could see my emotes for Twitch. A lot of them I created myself.
Oh, fuck Twitch.
Doing, now. Listen, okay.
Yeah,
My 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 emotes that I made are really good, and I have a hard time making things. Like you're a good artist, John, and
I do what I can.
and yeah, but I can't even. I told a friend of mine to draw something, and he drew what I said, and it looked pretty good.
Right.
I can't even do that. I have to tell somebody else to draw this, and like if I told you my name on Twitch is Binary Man 1111. The
Mhm.
extra ones are because one, it shows the binary, and two, it shows and two, it was given. I made it because someone else had Binary Man proper without the ones.
Right.
So I had to create the account well, not create the account, but rename my account that. And I always thought of it as a superhero alter ego type of thing. And I wish someone can create me a thing for it, but at the same time, I can pay you or anyone else to do it, but I can't pay you or anyone else to do it until I get paid
Right.
myself
Right.
because I get Social Security and it's really hard. Yeah,
Mhm. Oh yeah, no. To be
yeah,
honest, because again, that's how do I sustain myself over the
yeah,
course of this past year. I operate on other people's channels, so I don't.
right.
It's not like I'm making money off super chats or anything like that directly. The way that
No,
I have actually existed is I do thumbnail art for various channels.
but
I
that's
do
what I mean, like
production work and things
that.
like that. But and the way that I always approach that is I deal with every individual that I encounter is
Okay,
it's on a per person basis. Certain people have
right,
one rate, other people have other rates. It all depends. Like if people take time to invest in me, I will invest in them, and that's part of the reason.
yeah,
Even though Will's gone now, this last year, where he kind of was a solid footing for me in many
Mhm.
ways.
right,
Because I will never
Yeah, me
consider
too.
myself. I'm on the outer ring of the inner circle of the bigot verse.
right.
Like and I wouldn't.
I'm even further out than you, man.
Well, I mean, I would say I don't know about that, Road. I think we're
Hi,
about the
back
same level these
with the
days.
fast P.
Hmm.
But
Oops.
but it's one of those things where
What are we talking about? I was gone. I need
oh no,
to
well, just
repeat.
just talking about kind of the intricacies of being in the online space, I guess.
Oh,
Right.
For a
they are getting
but
backstabbed by
Uh,
AI tools and stuff like
but
that.
yeah, no. If you ever need anything, I'm fairly easy to get a hold of. Like if you, I have DM access either through
Oh, I
X
remember. He asked you
or Discord,
about
yeah,
and
audience.
yeah. So if you're ever interested in
yeah.
anything, we can always talk about that stuff. But I prefer to do stuff like that off screen because that's not what people are here for. Um,
Well, yeah, I
but
get that. I'm not forcing anything right now.
oh
I'm
yeah,
just
oh
I'm
yeah,
just
no. But
worrying and trying to
yeah, no. There
understand
there are,
what your
there are plenty
process.
there are plenty of people that I'll do work for, and they get paid on a certain day of the month, and I'll just go and I'll get the
Right,
work done, and then whenever the day comes that we've agreed upon, they either pay me or like I give a couple days and I just ask if anything's happened. So I'm pretty free flow about
right.
these things. Like
Okay,
I've had a life that's had a lot of highs and lows and this and that. But much like a wizard, I may not necessarily be where I want, but I'm always where I need to be. It seems, and so that's kind of the thing about this last year
yeah,
as well. Is it's been really good and kind of reinforcing that in me is there's because people were telling me for years that I should be doing stuff online, right? And
yeah,
I think that sometimes people, if I would have been who I was 20 years ago, I'd probably be a lot more successful in this space. But I would be more of that reflection that people kind of have of me of like, oh, there's that asshole who's all these things, right? But that's one of those things. That's one of those things that comes through time, and experience. Um, you
Yeah.
I look at this space because I'm going to be 45 in a couple of months, right? And a lot of people that I work with and I consider colleagues or mates
Youngin,
or whatever,
youngin.
yeah, they're in their 20s, they're in their 30s, and they'll sit here and they'll like kind of talk to me at this level, like
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, I've been in that space before, and I don't want to like make it like into like this weird petty kind of whatever the hell. I just kind of
Yeah.
they're at where they're at, and they see it from that perspective, and where
Well,
I've gone through things,
as you
I
said,
see it
they're
from
20
different.
and 30, and 20 and 30-year-olds are like any other teenager or kid, where they're like, I know everything, you don't know anything.
Right,
And
right.
they won't understand that you know what you're talking about until they find out that, oh, maybe he did know what he was talking about.
Well, the older
You
I've
know?
gotten, the more I've realized how little I actually know
Yeah.
about anything. And that's the
Well,
thing is like
yeah. I mean,
everybody
I'm not saying you
everybody.
know everything.
Oh, I know. But
I'm not
what
saying
I'm
you know everything.
right,
Okay.
right. But what I'm saying is though is we all have certain flaws and blind
Right.
spots, and so
Right.
that's why I constantly talk about if you can operate by your principles and values, those are things that come from within. But your pride and your
Right.
virtue, those are things that are generally motivated by external forces. And so I try
Yeah.
to, I try to mediate that because, I'm not going to sit here and, if I'm a guest on someone's show or this, I'm not going to try to undercut them or whatever. And so
Right.
that's been the nice thing is, from a principle, I operate through my principles and values. So that's why I don't really adhere to either political party affiliation in the country that because I'm an American. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a
Uh,
Democrat.
well,
I'm just an American,
Yeah,
right?
well,
you're just
I
you.
would,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Right,
would, yeah, I get that, but I will say that I registered Republican, but that doesn't mean I vote 100%
right,
on that bill.
right, and that's
I believe what I believe.
right, and that's what I mean. But even though there might be certain instances on some things where
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with them 100%, I'm not going to turn it into a big protracted fight because that's especially when you're in this space, and
Yeah.
you're in the middle of doing a stream or anything like that. Uh, can you
Right.
have like these weird kind of crash out moments of people show up? And, oh, did you see this? But a lot of the times, it's not even really worth it because for me, the way that I look
Right.
at you know all the stuff that happens beyond your immediate kind of focus of control is just static. You know, um,
Right.
regardless what party is in power at any given point in time, there's still this overarching, you know, uh, kind of corporatist driven globalism
Yeah.
that's in play. And that's something that on a human level is
Right.
going to affect all of us. Right now, I keep,
Well, yeah.
I say things that people, I made videos over a year ago, getting close to 2 years ago now,
And
that are
you.
only now people are actually talking about like,
Yeah.
oh, did you find out about this? And it's like, dude, I was telling everybody about that 2 years ago, but it's like, and I've given some of the stuff that
Yeah.
I've done research on to other people who actually do have wider platforms because again, that's that whole thing about accessibility that I was saying to you earlier, Lilith, about um, people aren't ready to hear it from me, but they can hear it from someone else. And if that person
That's the
is more
thing, isn't it?
comfortable for them to hear about it from, I'll just go and because the difference between being a wizard and being a sorcerer is a sorcerer will try to make things opaque and obscure you from the source of their power, and they want you to be beholden to them. Whereas a wizard has so many ideas that it's just you can't possibly do them all yourself, right? And so it's like if you
Right.
see one of my brain droppings fall on the ground and you pick it up and you go the distance with it that I couldn't, I still appreciate that because even if I'm not the one who's going to get all the glory or what the
Yeah.
hell ever associated with it, it's still an achievement of the accomplishment taking place. That's why me not being in the game industry doesn't really get under my skin,
Right.
because I've had profound effects within that realm and all these kinds of things. So but that's one of those things you learn through time and experience, and that's why when people, the chatter happens and things like that, where people will try to sit here and nitpick away. If you weren't doing something
Right.
for them to focus in on your flaws, you know, if you weren't doing it, like if somebody focuses on something specifically to try to pull you down, it's because you're actually doing other things that they probably have some degree of jealousy or, kind of spite for,
Yeah.
because, it's like as the phrase goes, it must suck to suck. I've had people complain about the number of people I have on my channel. Oh, John hasn't made a video. He's not a content creator. He hasn't done anything in nearly a year. And it's like, yeah, but the people that join my channel, they don't leave it. So it's like
Right.
you've done 10 times the amount
I
of
have
all this time and turmoil.
I
It,
started with 71 people on my channel, and I'm 75 or so right now
Mhm.
because I made content, but I didn't make content over the years continuously. I
Right,
made it whenever I wanted to, you know,
right,
Mm-hmm.
and and, um, and I'm still a creator even if they don't think I am, because
right,
I still created content, you know.
right, and that's why the static really shouldn't matter so much, because the static is always going to
Right.
be there. There's always going to be
If you make
people.
something once a decade, you're still creating something.
Right, right, and that's
Right.
and that's kind of the level. As long as you are growing, or finding a reason to continue down the path that you're on, then it doesn't really matter. It's
Right.
like if you focus on every jagged rock in the road, you'll never make it to the destination, right? And if you even ever make it there, and so it's one of those things where it's like choosing your battles. Is it worth obsessing and focusing over
Right.
this rock, or should I just step a little bit to the side and go around it and keep moving forward? Because if you sit here and you have a breakdown about every little nitpicky thing, then
I need
you're
to admit
Yeah.
something here right now and right here. I'm really pissed. I'm really angry. I'm really fucked up angry, beyond belief. And I actually don't care that it's online, but you need to explain yourself
Okay,
to
look,
me.
but you're on my channel right now.
Okay, need I shut up? I will shut up. Okay.
No,
no,
no, no.
no, no. You
It's
just gotta, like, it's a matter of
No.
it's what I was just talking about, though. It's like knowing how much is enough to kind of meter out. When I worked at the doctor's office, I wasn't the doctor, but people would come and they would ask me for medical advice, and it's like, well, the only advice I can give you is go upstairs and schedule an appointment, and once you actually get diagnosed, then you'll come to me, and I will put you know your uh, your coursework together, and I can tell you how to take it,
Right.
and why to take it, when, things like that. But the reason behind all that, the deeper level of it, is going to come from the doctor who can actually diagnose, because they've taken that time to spend with you and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, um,
Yeah.
it's one of those things you just have to know. It's like when I talk to people about when my approach to cannabis as a medicinal form, where if you smoke a whole bunch of sativa, you just kind of be staring off into space, or if you like smoke just indica, you can get couch locked. CBD
Yeah.
is something that really doesn't have that much of a psychoactive component to it, but it helps on a cellular level. And so
Yeah.
when I kind of was getting myself right, and dealing with, because I used to have these blackout seizures. They were terrible, and it happened throughout my life. And I just kind of decided that
Oh.
I was gonna do this thing where once I had my med card, I would go and I would get 3 indicas, I get 3 sativas, I get a CBD and a hybrid, and I would just blend them all together. And it's the difference between having like a spotlight focusing in on one thing, or turning on all the lights in the stadium, right?
So,
And I'd much rather activate all those receptors rather than just get too locked in on any one thing. So um, it again, it's
well,
about metering it out.
yeah. Yeah. I don't take marijuana because even the CBD stuff, I stay away from a lot of times because I I smoke marijuana. I don't get any effect.
Right.
I eat the edibles or a brownie or something. Like my dad made some brownies, and I ate 4 of them, and I was asleep for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I have I have epilepsy seizures since birth.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
So and I know it will benefit me to take marijuana, but at the same time, I'm taking medication that helps
Right.
me
Right.
already.
And
And
that's kind of one of those things where I worked in a holistic naturopathic doctor's office. It's very different from
yeah,
pharmaceuticals, right? The
right.
pharmaceutical
And
approach
I'd
is
rather have that. I'd rather
right.
have that than what I have, but I don't want to do it without someone
Right.
helping me with it.
Right. And that's the thing that I will always tell anyone is what I do works for me, but what works for
Right,
me is not necessarily going to work for you. And that's my biggest issue
right,
with pharmaceuticals is they take this hardline stance of they deal with things at the surface level. And it's kind of like the difference between
right.
getting to know someone and actually like what's your diet, what's your rhythms through the day, all these kind of things. All that stuff factors
Ah,
in,
yeah,
you know. And
yeah.
if you just but
It
if you just
sure
go
does.
to it, but if you just go to somebody who basically got educated to be a drug peddler for a pharmaceutical company, they only know that kind of methodology. And so but for some people that works,
Yeah,
and so I would never sit
yeah.
here and try to tell someone, you have to be this, that. That's the whole thing. I'm an
Right,
American. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat.
right.
I
I'm with you
many
there.
yeah,
It's why I like it's why I tell people I like Linux because it's my choice to like Linux.
right,
It's your choice to like Windows or not.
right,
But uh, and that's the issue is that the company itself doesn't want you to have that choice.
right,
Microsoft,
right,
they want you to use Windows or MS DOS originally, and so when Linux came about, it's like, well, you have a choice now, and it's like, no, you don't. You still have to buy this computer with Windows on it.
right.
It's like,
But
uh,
that's the
yeah,
same thing about like I could get
yeah,
across town. I could either walk there. I could ride a bike. I could take a bus. I could
right,
drive myself there. I could call a friend.
right,
Getting to the destination is
exactly,
getting to the destination. However you
right,
manage to do that, that's something that you have to sort out for yourself.
right,
I have people ask me from time to time, what software do I need to use? And it's like it's not a piece of software because certain kinds of
right,
editors do certain things better than other ones. So being able to use the
right.
right tool for the job, it's, uh,
But
it-
that software depends on also what operating system, because if you're using Windows, you can use a lot of software that you can't get if you're using Linux.
right.
You know,
And that's one of
yeah,
those things. Part of the reason why I haven't done much in this past year is because I'm right now I'm on my Steam Deck, right? And
right,
I've been using my Steam Deck as a stand-in PC. But this in the next coming days, I'll actually end up having a PC here again. There's certain editors that work better in PC that are just more direct and they take care of certain things for me
right,
that I can't do that I'd like to be able to do in Linux. And so I'd rather work smarter than work harder. And
right,
instead of having to do like 5 edits on the same piece of material, I'd much rather just use this thing over here, make it do that, and then go and upload it to a cloud storage, download it to through the web onto the other system. And so that's really
yeah,
the thing is like finding your connections and networking. You know, uh, Especially when you're in this space. The way you go about building up a channel, even building up, just a show on a channel, all that kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing? What's the point of it? And like me popping in here today, this seems like it's a little bit more chill, relaxed, kind of just conversation that we're just happening to have online.
yeah,
It's not about we're here to talk about these topics and this is the format or anything like that. This is a
yeah,
very just kind of relaxed kind of thing. You know,
Are you sure
yeah.
about that? Are you really sure
And
about
Rhoda
that?
is the best. And Rhoda is the best one for it.
yeah.
And the
Rhoda's
best what?
The
you're
best
you're,
one.
you're really good at being considerate and charitable. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like Toasty. You know, even though we are on your channel, you know, you're letting everybody else kind of do this and that, but ultimately at the end of the day, it still falls back
Yeah,
to you're the one
we've
who.
been chatting backstage.
Yeah.
So, what the hell is
Rhoda,
going
What's
on?
with your hair? It looks
can I
good,
talk? Should
Rhoda.
I talk, Rhoda? I asked you one time here online. Can I talk or should I not talk? I think I should
You
not
should talk.
talk.
No. Lee's fine gentlemen are guests. You're my co-host. Yes, you should talk.
No, you know what I'm talking about here. Should I tackle this issue or should I not? Because it will cause drama, and I don't like
Well, you
drama.
know,
I'm
I always
upset.
find it. I
I'm
always
very
find it
upset.
best to deal with inflammatory things. There's a reason why I have DMs and why I always tell people get a hold of me through DMs.
Yeah,
You know?
well, if someone blocks you, it's hard to figure
Right,
out why.
right. But you know, sometimes, and this is another thing that I've learned through the course of you know navigating this past year.
Like the
There have been people who have had issues with me for one reason or another. I don't really pry too much. I just give it space to breathe, and you know, more often than not, those people have actually come back around. You know, and the people that just kind of operate in the spectacle of it all, you know, they're going to have, but I don't have any actual connection with them. So whatever someone's opinion on me,
I
that's
understand. I really dislike drama. I really do. I really do. I avoid drama as much as I can. But if someone who blocked me comes here and takes over the conversation, I'm kind of getting pissed.
well, it's
Okay?
not even taking over the conversation though. I mean, that's the thing is, you know, and especially in this space, there will always be another stream. You know, I quite literally in the next few
No,
minutes, I'm gonna have to get ready
and they
to
won't
do
even explain to me
the
why
stream.
they blocked me, even if I would ask them. And that is really annoying to me.
Well, that's you know, Lilith. You can't control other people. You can only control how you either
Yeah,
react to
but
it or respond to it.
why need to have time with them then in the panel show that I made with my good friends? I don't understand why I need to deal with this. Can you explain this to me?
okay, darling. You're the co-host, so you know you have
Yeah,
all the fucking power.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
You do.
yeah. In this space,
I don't want
you
to
have
be rude.
no. In this space, you do. It's just
John and Jeremiah are guests.
yeah.
You're the
I'm just
co-host.
sitting here just talking about whatever the hell it happens to be about at the moment.
Sean,
You
you
know,
know
it's
I
like
love you.
jazz.
And I reached out the hand of friendship to Jeremiah, and for some reason he blocked me, and I will never find out why. But the fact that he is right here
Here,
and
and
talk.
you have
No,
found
Okay,
out
no,
why.
you needs to explain to me why you fucking blocked me, or
no,
fucking.
no, no.
Oh,
Let him talk. Let him talk, love. Okay.
well, I mean, I
What did
I
I
don't
ever
know.
do
I
to
mean,
you?
what? Why does your account say that you're in United Kingdom?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm in Sandhurst.
No, not you, Rhoda.
Oh, me?
Lilith.
Uh,
Lilith's
because
account
because
says she's in.
because I
Okay, well that's called a VPN.
I choose not to have the Austrian
Yeah. People
account
use
on YouTube.
VPNs. It's
Um,
just
no, I can explain it very easily because if you take the Austrian YouTube, they will present you German videos, okay? And I prefer English videos, so I choose the UK YouTube.
Okay.
So my shit is on English, my PC is on English, my fucking system is on English, everything is on English because I use English all the time. Even my native tongue is German. Uh, I don't like my own language, so to speak. I mean, fick dich und deine scheiß Mutter
But
und whatever. Ich meine,
my
ich
co-hosts are
kann Deutsch
UK
sprechen,
coming
Alter.
to this
Den ganzen fucking scheiß Tag lang, Alter. Das ist meine fucking Muttersprache. Aber Ich scheiß drauf.
I can always unblock you. I'm just, and the fact that I
Right,
asked you and you tell me.
right. Can
Well,
you
no, no.
unblock each
Can
other
you
and
tell?
do this
Can
in
you tell me
private?
a solid reason why you blocked me? Because I reached out a hand of
Well,
friendship
because
to
I'm
you,
getting mixed signals from both sides. I'm getting people who say you're this and that, and I'm getting Rhoda and everyone else who's saying that you are what you say you are.
and why?
And
What
whatever
the fuck
it
wouldn't you talk to me directly?
is just well, cause
That is what really set me off, and that's what really annoying me is why don't you talk to me in person and make your own judgment? That is that
well,
so hard to do? Listening to other voices,
I don't want to
is
cut
that
that.
how you roll your life? I mean, that's what's annoying me. I was reaching out a hand in friendship, and I'm really genuine about this. You can ask anyone who chose to be my friend that I'm genuine. Some people will slap the hand of friendship away, and that's fine. But at times I'm confused why. In your case,
uh,
I was really confused, but
yes, I'm
I
confused
never did
too because
anything to you.
a
I
lot of
never was
this.
rude.
Um,
John, you're more clever than me. What should I do?
In an instance like this, I would say that simply you've opened a dialogue. If you want to have further conversation in this, subject matter, that is what a DM or a voice chat, private
Normally it's
channel
for,
would be
but it
would
escalated
would be
because I'm shit faced and I couldn't hold
right,
my back
right,
because
right, right. But
here's
again,
the thing.
that's what I was saying earlier, Lilith, about metering things out. You know, there's a
Yeah,
certain
how
there's a
could I do that when he blocks me?
well,
Here's the
but
thing,
you've
Jeremiah.
now but that's the thing, Lilith. You have now done that. You know, you've presented your case, and you've said,
No, I
"Hey,
was
I'd
finished.
just like to actually talk to you," and so that there it is. You know,
Here's the thing,
yeah.
Jeremiah. I really like you. I respect you. I like your mind, and I want to be friends. And I still extend the hand of friendship. I'm just
Okay.
confused.
Well,
Why?
again, I
Why?
can
Why?
always unblock you. I can always unblock you. It's not the fact that I did. It is the fact that we have talked about it now, and I have the option of doing it, and we can be friends again. I just
No, no. We just need to talk in private to
right,
resolve
right,
this.
yeah, and that's all it really. And so now you've
That's what
there you
I'm
are.
pushing for here. I
But
know I did a big no
but I
no
can't.
making it public.
I'm on my phone. I can't do it.
No,
I
no.
can't do it while
There's
we're.
no time issue.
We'll
Actually,
do it
1 minute.
in your
1 minute.
leisure.
1 minute.
The point is that
it's
you
been
stood up and you smiled and you shaking hands. Yeah.
yeah, it's been addressed. So
Okay.
now we can talk about other things or
I never
Done.
had hate about anything here. I was just confused and I didn't see any other way to resolve this issue but addressing it now. Because since I'm blocked, how could I communicate with you?
well
I
then
wanted
and
to know what the
but now
reason is,
it's
Mhm.
and
right,
now
right.
we can. I hope
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's done.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I hope so, yes.
John,
yep.
can I leave you in charge for 2 minutes?
Sure.
Um,
I can hang out for a
Hey,
bit.
I'm in charge here. When you leave, I'm the co-host. Then I'm in charge.
Indeed. But
okay. Okay. Lils, can you be in charge with John for 2 minutes?
Yes, of course I can.
oh
Cool.
well,
Okay,
that's right, that's right. It's all
okay.
right, it's all right. I know how to take directions
Jeremiah,
from women.
I'm apologetic for the whole ordeal, but that's coming from a good place because I want to be friends with you. Leaving that alone, um, let's talk about horror movies because it's Halloween. What's your favorite horror movies, John and Jeremiah? Do we have some favorites? Not the favorites. Is there something to talk about there?
Uh, you know, uh, well, I could say the first horror movie that I watched was Nightmare on Elm Street: Dream Warriors when I was 4 years old.
Oh,
Uh,
it was Nightmare on Elm Street for me too. The
uh,
first one.
I've seen a bunch of them, but one I really have actually seen. I don't even remember its name, but I remember a scene in it where a kid well, a kid with friends, I guess, go into a room or something, and they sever his hand with a small guillotine.
hmm, can't say I'm quite aware of what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to work at a Blockbuster. I used to watch movies like all the time. But
Blockbusters was the shit.
yeah, but over the course of the last, I'd say, 5 to 10 years, I don't really. I most of the things I do these days, as I'm either here, online doing these streams in various capacities, or
Of course, of course.
I'm probably playing some Hideo Kojima game, or I'm working on art stuff. I really don't
But
watch a
here's
lot of
the
what comes
thing.
out here.
I was growing up with horror movies, and I watched them all my teenage years, my young years, and even when I visit my family, my brother and me, we always will watch the horror movies. I know very
Well,
much of them. So Halloween is my favorite time of year because there will be horror movies. So I actually do know many about them, but here's the fucking kicker about it. There are so many horror movies I didn't see yet.
You know,
yeah,
uh,
and
I,
you
I
They're like
mentioning
kind of
the
endless.
yeah, I
and
kind
you
of avoided.
mentioned
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and Lilith mentioning the holiday Halloween. She just mentioned also the name of a movie series.
Yeah, of course, Michael Myers. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
He was the OG for the slasher movie genre.
yeah.
Very interesting, very important. They had like what $80,000 of budget for this movie, and it played in like I don't know 25 times of that. It made millions.
Well,
That was
I
very
to
interesting
be
to watch.
to be quite honest, it wasn't until last Halloween, when I was on Will's channel. We were talking about drag queen age that day, a year ago. Uh,
Dracula?
Drag queen age, the fail hard. The you know,
I don't know that.
it's the
Sounds good.
trans identity politics game that came out a year ago. Either way, point I'm getting at is my ex wife. She was born on Halloween, and so when I was in that when I was in that relationship, um, it just because I used to really love Halloween, and then I got married to her, and that was all that it was, and all the kind of stuff, and so for about 10, 15 years, I really didn't care much for doing anything about it. But in the course of the last year and change of spending time here, getting to know people in these spaces online, things like that, um, it's I've kind of been able to put all that stuff to the side and just actually kind of appreciate it for what it is. Just a day to hang out and whatnot. Um, it's here in just a few minutes when Rhoda gets back. I'm probably gonna have to bounce out here in just a second because I know Toasty's gonna message me to let me know that she's in the studio.
Yeah, I will be
Because
at
I'm
Toasties. I will be at Toasties.
yeah,
I will chill with you guys, of course. Because it's Halloween.
yeah,
Let's
and
go
Yeah,
Halloween.
I'm gonna have to work in the morning, so
no
I'm
worries,
not gonna be here very much longer. But
no
oh,
worries.
And I don't have anything to do myself, so I always like to be part of Toasty or someone else's stream as well because I'm like,
Mhm. Let's meet at
you know,
Toasties, Jeremiah. Come on. Oh,
You guys
come
can hang
on.
out in the chat for sure. I don't know, because I know we're having a costume party tonight. Is
Yeah, that's
yeah,
And
gonna be
we're just kind of
that's the
hanging out.
only issue I have.
Yeah.
That's the only issue I have because I don't I don't have any money for a costume.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I wouldn't show
You
my
don't need
face
money
on
exceeding
for
the
them.
it.
extent
You
of my
are
budget,
also great.
I was willing to put out $20 for a bathrobe because I am the dude in the Matrix. I do have White Russians. I actually I finished drinking the can that I got here on the
Wow.
stream. But I got like
I
got
got
like a
some
four.
sake.
I got a 4-pack of White Russians, and I got like
Wait,
a
wait.
four.
Who has sake?
Jeremiah does.
Sake?
And then
Damn,
I also
damn,
picked up.
that's very nice.
I also picked
Oh,
these up. So I got some
do you drink?
cannabis. I got some cannabis drinks.
Cool.
So I've got like yeah, they
But
were
I have,
it was
I have a question. I have a
it,
question for Jeremiah. Do you drink your sake cold or heated? Because
Well,
both are valuable.
right, and I've tried both ways. It's just
But which do you
I
like
don't
more?
I
Sake is
stopped
supposed to be
drinking.
heated.
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Rhoda?
I was waiting for the answer.
No, Rhoda said something.
Oh,
Yeah, I said I thought sake was supposed to be heated.
Well,
okay.
yeah,
That's
a
good.
lot of people do that, but it's just I'm 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 not a I'm not a connoisseur of this stuff. I just bought some, and I like sake because it's
Hmm?
Japanese, you know, a tradition, you know.
sake's kind of like
Oh,
coffee. I can drink coffee hot. I can drink coffee cold.
what you
I can
guys,
drink coffee
or
with cream
what
and sugar. I
everyone
can drink
here
it
on the
black.
panel really should enjoy is mead.
Oh
Honey
yeah,
mead.
no,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
actually that's one of the
That's
Don't
things
that's
talk to
the
me
real
about
good
me.
stuff.
I will be
You can't
making
get
some. I will be making some mead here in the next
Mm.
few weeks probably. Because
Seriously?
that's yeah I do fermentation.
Where
It's
did you get the bees?
I don't have the bees, but I'll get the organic honey. I'll just make it, you know, because I like to ferment
Oh,
things.
oh
Yeah,
yeah. I'm stupid.
no,
Yeah,
it's all right. It's all right.
I
I mean, I used to know someone who raised bees. We actually had a beehive at the doctor's office because one of the women who was doing treatment there, she needed to use the bee venom for one of her maladies, and so we just kept the beehive there on site, and because she would always come by every at least once a week.
You
She would
know,
check in on it.
Hmm.
But
I
but yeah,
wish me and my dad. I wish me and my dad didn't have to live together.
that doesn't
And
sound
not
good.
because, well, I'm saying because we sometimes don't get along, true, but my reasoning for saying this right now, though, is because my dad loves being in the farm type of situation where he's not in the city or anything, and I'd rather be in the city, you know.
right.
And and
Oh,
he had
that's
and he
interesting.
had animals like goats and everything, and he would
Yeah.
make milk and cheese and everything from his goat milk, you know.
Goat milk is
Oh,
good.
goat milk is good.
Yeah.
That's really
Well,
good.
that's one of like currently, as you can see, my surroundings. I exist here because my sister doesn't want me to be homeless. But if you track back 5 years ago, I was living in this beautiful 1-bedroom apartment overlooking Lake Washington, and like it costs
Oh,
like
cool.
an insane amount of money that I couldn't. My name
Oh, of
wasn't even on the
course.
lease, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes life takes you in places that to get back to what I was saying earlier about being a wizard, you may not want to be, but that's where you need to be because there's some kind of lesson there in it. And
Right.
but I'm also
If you
very kind
believe in
of
Satan
mystical
thing,
in the way that I approach things. But as I was saying though, I just got a message from Toasty. She's saying that she's in the studio, so I'm probably going to
okay.
take my leave here.
I'm
in just a
just
moment.
John.
Okay,
Just
we,
so you
we,
know,
we need we
I'm
need to
offering
finish
to be
2
on the
hours ago,
panel. Else,
so
I will just be in the chat hanging out. Okay.
Indeed.
And Jeremiah, I hope we will have a good talk later when you unblock me
Yeah, we
because
can.
I think we need to talk. It
Well,
just
yeah,
well, we
you guys
I
sort
already
that out.
unblocked you, so
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, well, that's
When we
that's
have time, we need to have a good talk. and you will
Right.
be able to ask me any questions whatsoever, and make your
I mean,
own
I
things
don't
up
know what
about me.
I don't know what to ask because I don't know how
We
the
will
different
Yeah,
talk
people
about it. We will
deal with it
talk
at that
about it.
point in time.
Yes, yes, yes,
For
yes.
now, though, I think this has
I
been
broke the rule, the golden
It
rule,
is,
already. We need to
it's all good.
go further.
It's all good. I would say though, for now though, I think this has been an insightful conversation. Certainly
Yeah,
wasn't on my bingo list for the
we had
day,
a
but
nice chill. We talked to each other and we had a nice chill. Yeah.
indeed, indeed. And I wish you two continued success
yeah.
in getting everything sorted out and building out this show. And of course, if you ever are in need of any assistance on anything, you all know how to get a hold of me through my
Yeah,
various
Tom, I
DMs.
maybe will need some help because I'm planning to make my channel soon, but I am unsure about many things. I know you're a busy person, but
I try to make time.
then you are very knowledgeable, so I will at times maybe try to hit you up
No
in the
worries.
next week or 2 weeks and ask questions.
No worries, no worries at all. I I have in many ways I have all the time in the world, but also at the same time I try
You're busy
to
as fuck.
I do well. It's interesting. Again, that whole thing about where you want to be and where you need to be, and for the last few months to better part of a year, I've just needed to kind of get a little bit more comfortable in this space, just being able
Isn't it
to let
called
certain things kind of
networking?
that would be what they would call that, yes. But
What I was
here,
trying to do, and now people hate me.
yeah,
So
don't worry
I
about it.
didn't
These
do a
things
good
that
job at this.
things ebb and flow, because the last few months have been kind of stagnant in certain areas and this and that. I've spent a lot of time the last few months just when I'm not on stream. I've just been sleeping, but in the last few days and weeks, a whole bunch of stuff has
No.
started to line up, and it seems like I needed all that rest because I'm got to hit the ground running basically next week. Because the nice thing about not having the tech where I wanted it to be for the longest part of this time was everything's potential, right? John's got all this potential,
Yeah.
but but I had a reason. It wasn't an excuse, but the reason that I hadn't been able to do all this stuff comes to an end here in the next few days, and now I'll actually have a reason to actually take all that potential and start putting it into stuff and actually try to
Oh, you're so
build
thrilled for
things.
your
So,
PC. I know
well,
it.
I mean, it's not just it's a way that I will be able to sustain myself, not just for the work that I do with and for other people, but it will actually provide me an avenue to do some of the creative things that I would like to endeavor upon.
You
Um,
know that I will
so,
be there when you start your channel.
yeah,
You
I
know I
appreciate it.
will be there.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate your kindness and your willingness to actually stand by and give me the time and space to kind of work these things out. But now, like I say, now the actual real pressure's on, because it doesn't matter like all the stuff that may have been said or for whatever reason over the course of last year by all the various opinions and this and that. Now though, now the person who has to deal with getting it done is me. I don't have a reason
Mm.
to not do the work. So now I actually have to lock in and focus and take all those ideas that I've been brainstorming on and see how well I can actually bring them to light.
Yeah.
And so now the real challenge is on. But I think with that said, though, I will just simply say, it's been a pleasure being a guest here today.
Thank you
And
for stopping by.
You've
oh,
been a
That's
legend,
really
Joe.
nice of you.
I do what I can. But you can always see me throughout the week with Rhoda over on Will the Fans channel, bright and early at 9 a.m. Eastern in the morning, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and of course for the random Jackbox thing that we do over there, whenever that might be. And here in the next hour and change, I will be hanging out with Toasty. We're doing a,
I'll be there. I'll be
yeah,
there.
we're gonna do a laid back chill stream, just having a little bit of an online Halloween party, I guess. There's gonna be some drinking, so it'll be fun. But you know,
I'm
Toasty and
already
I,
with this,
yeah,
obviously.
Toasty and I, we start that show at 8 p.m. Eastern, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday nights throughout the week, and then
Are you
tomorrow
on
morning.
Rumble too? Is it Rumble only,
It is
or is
currently
it
Rumble
YouTube?
only because
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Toasty
I'm waiting. I'm
in a matter
already.
of 8 weeks, Toasty went from having a warning strike to having 2 strikes on the channel, and so to save her, because this is one of those things about working
Oh,
smarter, not working harder. It seems as though YouTube is looking for any reason
yeah.
they
There
can to
will be
deplatform
YouTube
her, and
fuckery.
you don't want to
Definitely.
get deplatformed. You don't want to get deplatformed. So for the next 90 days until January, we have put the YouTube channel on hold, but that's giving us an opportunity to completely rebuild a new studio and do all this kind of stuff, which will be aided by the PC arriving here in the next few days. So we're going to do a re-debut probably right around the 1 year anniversary of our streaming together. But in the meantime, yes, we will just be exclusively on Rumble.
Yeah, I
Uh,
already have the window open.
yeah,
I
but
also already licked the stream and made.
much appreciated. But yeah, like
Wait, what did I do?
but
Yeah,
uh,
I made the devious toasty and the pumpkin.
no
That's
worries.
what I did.
And of course, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, I will be doing an episode of The Week in Culture over on Honey Badger Arcade, which is available on multiple platforms. And that's actually the reason why I didn't pop in here initially, is because I was making a thumbnail for that show, which I shared with Rhoda. It's the Trump meme standing in front of the White House for Halo. But you know, starting next week on the 8th, I will also have another show that I'm going to be involved with on Saturdays with Heavenly Jester. We still need to figure out the exact start time on that. But you know, I'm otherwise I just exist on the internet. I can always be found,
Well,
you know,
Sean will
problematic.
be always working and lurking.
Yeah, yes, one or the other. Yes. So yeah, you can find me by looking for problematic white guy or at problematic_John on all the various whatevers. And you know, everybody who's took the time to hang out with us today, greatly appreciate it. Again, as I was mentioning throughout my time here, much appreciate a quality audience over a quantity audience. Anybody who's taking time to, you know, put up with me being here doing my little song and dance, I definitely appreciate and consider a quality audience. But you know, that said, you know, safe travels ahead. Y'all have a wonderful weekend going forward. Of course, be awesome as always.
See you,
And
see you soon.
like
See you
anybody
soon.
else,
Great to have you, John, and great to have Will as well. Obviously, he had to go. Yeah, we're just trying to work out what we're fucking doing here.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
it was pure chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, if you invite me,
I'll have a
there will
gesture.
be chaos.
Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Yeah, me and Lilith are just trying to work out how to use this shit,
indeed.
and we're not doing very well, really.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
yeah.
did manage to get ourselves on and get guests on.
There you go.
So I guess
That's
we're not that
progress
far
is
away.
progress. Progress is progress. You know.
Now, how the fuck
Uh-huh.
do I find a way to put in a song to do an outro?
You either have to bring it up as a share screen at this point in time, or you have to load it into your library of video files and then attach it to when you hit the end. So for right now, probably the best thing to do would be to do a share screen. Make it take up the
video file.
yeah, and then enlarge it to the fullness of the screen, and then when you find the appropriate point, hit end stream, and it should just cut off at that point like that.
Oh god, I've saved stuff so badly.
It gets easier once you're able to actually load stuff in and have video files and things like that at your disposal. Then you can start automating these things. But yeah, for right now, just share your screen and do it that way.
Nothing that's going on right now is anybody else's fault other than mine. I'm just very stupid.
Yeah. And I see you've still got the duck up in the corner. So are you on a paid
I'm
account
not saying
or?
I'm stupid. I'm just saying you're very
Oh,
inexperienced.
you're just naive. It's just being naive just means you're new.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong with that.
We'll work it out. We'll work
Yeah,
it
indeed.
out. There's a rotary thing. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Because I pretty much did that on purpose.
Yeah. But yeah, down at the bottom, there's the 5 icons. You got the microphone, the camera, the screen, and the gear, and then the exit. You want the thing that's the screen. When you click on that, it should give you an option to share your screen or share a tab. So when you have the video that you want to play, just go ahead and share it from there, and then put it up on the screen and make it full. And then,
Right,
like I said, then
so I need to do that all right from the start. Oh gosh, many gosh.
But yeah, and then once you get it playing, then in the upper right hand corner of the screen, you'll see a button that says end stream, and then you'll just end it whenever you're ready. And if you do it that way, it should just cut
All
off.
I see is Rhoda.
Yeah.
You're right, babe.
Yes. Disembodied voice. Ooh, spooky.
Okay. Well, let's do the Shah Khan one. No, that wasn't nice. I forgot it. How does Shah Khan that? Nah, that's not Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm not good at making voices.
Because your natural voice already has quite a bit of character to it. Yeah. It weighs heavy on people's minds. They don't know how to handle it. So.
Oh, shit.
I just.
Hey, no one can fuck yourself
literally
than you
just
can
trying
fuck
at the
yourself.
moment. I'm trying so fucking hard. I'm
Yeah.
literally like nearly crying at the moment.
No worries. Well, you can always just say thank you, everybody, for taking the time to be with us and just end the stream. And you can
No. Roll
you-
them make a good action. Give
know.
him time. He will get there.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, shit. What the fuck?
Because because you can always as long as we're even if we're doing a game stream on Monday, you can always ask me for a little bit of help navigate. This is what I do is back end production stuff. So if you need me to kind of help run you through the routes and whatnot, are you currently using a free subscription to StreamYard or is this paid?
Yeah, it's free.
All right, so yeah, if you're using it free, it's a little bit more limited in terms of what you're able to do. So you can legitimately only just do the share screen method.
Yeah, I was kind of I was attempting to just play a fucking video.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation.
Well, I mean, this is a bold endeavor to jump into the deep end of the stream, as it were. Ha ha ha. And I give you all the credit for doing that. And he's disappeared again. But it's because of things like this. Sometimes it's better to just kind of say, you know what? Thanks everybody for spending some time with us.
Yeah,
We'll see you next time. But
we are trying to learn here, especially Rhoda. He's trying to learn stuff.
Oh, I know, but here's the thing. Here's one of the things I learned from weight training. You got to learn form first and then stack weight. So the form of today was you got through a couple hours, you did the stream, this and that. Just simply thank everybody.
I can't work out how to unmute my camera, let alone my mic.
It should be down there on that bottom control panel where you got the 5 buttons. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Perhaps for today's show, everything's a growing process. Just thanks everybody.
I mean, we're gonna try that. Like we're the fucking underclass misfits, and we're gonna fucking do it too.
Yeah. But
just like you did last generation around. I know you're only 4 years older than me, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I figured it out. But do you know what video that it is you're wanting to play?
I know where it is in Meld.
That might be a little bit more complex. I was thinking, I'm talking about like, just going and playing something from a URL. It might be a little bit more complex. That way you probably will need to have it either saved to your hard drive. And even then there's, it might not actually play the audio. Like StreamYard can be really, really finicky. What I would suggest, just at this point, just, simply thank everybody. We can all wave out, and you just hit the button to end the stream, and we can deal with these other kind of technical aspects without doing them on stream.
I mean, I know I'm a fucking nightmare, and
don't worry about it.
You guys, whether it's John, Will, Jeremiah, Lilith, everyone in the chat, everyone on the show, everybody fucking puts up with me. I don't know why you do that. Thank you.
You're a good guy, Rhoda.
Thank you for doing that.
We like you.
You is good people. You should know that. You is good people.
Like I say, with that said, I think we should just wave out, and then you can just hit that button in the upper right hand corner that says "End Stream." And
okay, Boys from the Dwarf.
That's right. Voice of the fan and all that.
Yeah, that'll do.
Why you do the cripple hands?
Because he's Frankenstein. You're still alive, by the way.
That's a lot better than what it could have been.
Right above where the chat comments are.
No, he's gone and Jeremiah made the best move ever.
I did it, and I've seen people do it, and it's really offensive when people do it because
it is.
Yeah,
that
means you're retarded.
Now, I'm hoping that Rhoda knows that the exit session, the exit button down at the bottom is not the end stream button. But I'm not, because if he exited, the stream's going to keep on going until the time cuts out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the actual end stream button is above the chat on the right hand side.
Yeah, it is. I've used SteamYard recently and to do my streams and I figured this shit out on my own. I can figure it out. It's really
Rhoda's the only one who has the capacity to actually push the end stream button.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,